voting?
Yeah, you
People
don't
tell
have
me.
to sit down and vote.
Put your right hand up.
Mhm.
Do you all swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please say I do.
If you want to
Todos
continue
ustedes
watching
juran
that,
que dirán la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad. Contesten sí, por favor.
Say sí.
sí.
Contesten en voz alta, por favor, si juran decir la verdad. Oh, they're muted, Your Honor. Apparently, they're muted.
Oh, they're okay. Well, they're off mute now, I think. But okay, you are here this afternoon for your first appearance hearing. The way we will proceed is I will call your name. You will step to the podium. I will advise you of the criminal charge that brings you here today. I will then ask if you have an attorney representing you. If you have an attorney representing you and they are
For
present,
anybody,
they will
if you
stand
guys
and
want to
speak on
continue
your
watching
behalf.
that, just
If
jump
you
on
have an
YT
attorney
and
and they
check
are
out
not
Louisiana
present, you will
Border
have to make a
Parole. It's
decision as to
it's
whether
on
you
there
wish to
right now,
proceed
live.
forward with your first appearance today or postpone your first appearance until tomorrow. If you elect to postpone your first appearance until tomorrow, it is your responsibility to contact your attorney's office to let them know you will have court tomorrow. No one else will do that for you. If you wish to proceed forward without your attorney today, then we can certainly do that. If you do not have have an attorney, I will ask you a couple financial questions. If you qualify, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Next, I will advise you that I've reviewed each case today for probable cause. If there are any challenges to that probable cause, we will address those. And the last thing I will do today is address your release conditions, meaning bond and or other conditions. Please be aware that you have a constitutional right to remain silent. Anything that you say in the courtrooms where you are located is being recorded, as well as the courtroom where I am located. There is an assistant state attorney, in fact, a few of them in here today. If you say something that could incriminate yourself, they can get a copy of this proceeding and use it against you at any future court hearing that you may have or trial. So again, today is not your trial. Today is not the day to challenge your arrest. Today is not the day to complain about how law enforcement treated you. Today is first appearance only. I have to determine probable cause, set your bonds, and move on. Please say
If
any
anybody
of
wants
those
to watch
arguments
this,
that you may have for your attorney. That is who you need to
if anybody
discuss
wants
those
to
things
continue
with,
watching
and they
the
would
Border
be
Parole
handled at
hearing,
a future
I got it
hearing.
running on my YT
Last
account
thing
at
I will do
Kaleka
before I
From.
send you on your way is make you aware of your next court date. So I will give you the date and time of the next date that you will be before a judge. Ms. Hernandez, if you'll raise your right hand for me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you swear to interpret from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the
I
best
do,
of your
Your
ability?
Honor.
Thank you,
Yes, I
ma'am.
do, Your Honor. For the record, Mónica de la Torre Hernandez, State Certified Court Interpreter. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, if you'll do your speech.
Yes, Your Honor. Buenas tardes. Esta tarde llevaremos a cabo audiencias de primera comparecencia. Esta audiencia tiene únicamente 4 propósitos. Primero, les informaré acerca de los cargos imputados en su contra. En segundo lugar, les preguntaré si quieren un abogado que los represente. Si ustedes ya contrataron uno, déjenmelo saber. Si su abogado se encuentra aquí presente, él hablará por ustedes. Si su abogado no se encuentra aquí el día de hoy y ustedes quieren que su abogado esté presente, entonces los traerán el día de mañana y ustedes serán responsables de comunicarse con su abogado para que esté presente. Si quieren que se les nombre un abogado de oficio para que los represente, entonces yo haré algunas preguntas en cuanto a su situación económica para determinar si llenan los requisitos reglamentarios para la asignación de la oficina de abogados de oficio. Por favor, tomen en cuenta que existe una cuota de $50 por esta solicitud. Además, puede que el juez les ordene que paguen una cantidad razonable por estos servicios al finalizar su caso. En tercer lugar, determinaré si existe causa razonable para su arresto. Esto quiere decir determinar si existe motivo fundado para creer que un delito haya sido cometido y que usted es la persona que cometió el delito. El cuarto propósito de esta audiencia es revisar el estatus de su fianza. En algunos casos, la fianza que se fijó a través de Booking puede que sea demasiado alta o demasiado baja. Cada uno de ustedes tiene derecho a permanecer callado. Cualquier cosa que digan puede ser usada en su contra. Hay un fiscal en esta sala, de hecho hay más de un fiscal el día de hoy, quien está escuchando todo lo que se dice y todo lo que se dice está siendo grabado, así es que por favor no digan nada en relación a su caso o el delito mismo. Las preguntas que yo les haga son para saber si quieren un abogado y para reconsiderar su fianza. Ustedes pueden rehusarse a contestar estas preguntas. Tienen derecho a comunicarse con un familiar, una amistad o con su abogado. Les pido que tengan estos derechos en mente y cuando se llame su nombre, pasen al frente. Gracias. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Carlos Carreto Ayala.
What up, Tiff?
Sir, you are here
Pase al
charged,
frente, señor.
I'm sorry, you are here charged with no valid driver's license.
Señor, se le acusa de conducir un vehículo sin una licencia válida de conducir.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado, señor?
No.
No.
Can you afford to hire one?
¿Cuenta con los medios para contratar un abogado privado?
No.
No.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you.
Le voy a nombrar a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo representen, señor.
I do find probable cause for your charge.
Encuentro que sí existe causa razonable para su arresto, para estos cargos.
Your bond in this matter will be set at $1,000.
Su fianza en este caso se va a fijar en $1,000
Your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15.
y su siguiente cita ante un juez será el 2 de diciembre a las 8:15.
Okay.
Ok.
Felony. Yeah, why is it under a felony?
¿Por qué está bajo delito mayor?
Oh, that's why.
Por
I'm
eso.
sorry, Ms. Hernandez, I'm talking to the clerk. Sir, please be aware that I am going to sign a detainer for ICE today.
Señor, quiero que esté al tanto, dice la jueza, que voy a firmar una orden de retención por parte de inmigración.
So you will be held at no bond pending ICE pickup.
Así es que usted va a estar detenido sin fianza hasta que vengan a recogerlo de ICE, de inmigración.
Thank
Okay.
you, sir.
Ok. Puede pasar a su izquierda.
David DeJesus,
Hey, what up?
sir, you are here charged with possession of paraphernalia and possession of cocaine.
Señora, usted se le acusa de posesión de parafernalia y posesión de cocaína.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado? Oh, they're muted, Your Honor, again.
You need to unmute. We can't hear him.
No.
No podemos oír. No, I
Can you
don't.
afford to hire one?
¿Cuenta usted con los medios para contratar un abogado
you,
privado,
Bethany.
señor?
No.
No.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrarle a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo representen, señor.
Are you David DeJesus, sir?
Melissa, thank
Señor,
Sí.
¿es usted David de Jesús? Yes.
Sí.
Espera a que yo interprete, señor. Yes, I am.
Yeah, because he doesn't look like the same person in this bookend photo that I have. Can you check his ID for me?
Porque no se ve como igual que la persona.
Okay,
We were looking at Central.
okay, scratch
Allá
that.
David
I was looking at Central and not South, so I apologize.
Estaba
That
yo
is David
mirando la
DeJesus.
pantalla de Central y no de South. El que está en South es David de Jesús.
All right, sir, I do find probable cause. Your bonds will be set as follows: $1,000 on the paraphernalia, $5,000 on the cocaine.
Muy bien, señor. Encuentro que sí existe causa razonable para su caso y voy a fijar las fianzas de la siguiente manera. En el caso de posesión de parafernalia son $1,000 de fianza y en el caso de posesión de cocaína son $5,000.
Your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15.
Su siguiente cita ante un juez será el 2 de diciembre a las 8:15.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Okay.
Pedro Figueroa Santiago.
Is anybody still looking for that Louisiana case? I'll post up a link on my stream here.
Sir,
Just give
you
me a
are
minute.
here for warrants out of Orange County.
Señor, usted se encuentra aquí debido a órdenes de arresto procedentes del condado Orange.
Don't interpret this, Ms. Hernandez. Is there any indication that Classifications has made contact with Orange County?
Yes, ma'am. Deborah Bowens for PE's office. I've actually been through 2 first appearances with this gentleman, and Orange County has been notified, and each judge, when I did first appearance, had indicated that they asked the sheriff's office to do it, and we're going back to October 16th.
October 15th was the first teletype
Was it?
sent.
Okay. And we're asking at this point that either release our
Okay, ECR just went down, so it's going to be just a moment. We need to let them get back up.
El sistema de grabación automática acaba de dejar de funcionar en este momento, así es que vamos a tardar un momento en lo que vuelve a restablecerse.
Okay, apparently we're back up just quick.
Aparentemente ya se restableció.
Mr. Henry, is there any way you could send an email to classifications to see if they have heard from Orange County?
Yes, Your Honor, if we could pass this for the time being.
Si pudiéramos pasar este caso por el momento, por favor.
Sir, we're going to recall you.
Vamos a volver a llamar su caso, señor.
Is there two courts? I got multiple courts going on. I got about, I think, 5 different courts going on right now
Marlon
on YT.
Lopez Sanchez.
Yes. Sí.
But this is
Sir,
court
you
right
are
now.
here charged with possession of paraphernalia, possession of
different areas, yeah.
methamphetamine, and you have violations of probation.
Señor, usted está aquí porque se le acusa de posesión de parafernalia, posesión de metanfetamina y porque tiene incumplimientos de probatoria.
Do you have an
Sí.
attorney, sir?
Yes. ¿Tiene usted un abogado, señor?
Por ese momento no.
Not at the moment.
Can you afford to hire one?
¿Cuenta usted con los medios para contratar un abogado privado?
This is Polk County. That is
No.
correct.
No.
Sir, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrarle a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo representen, señor.
I do find probable cause for your charges as well as the violation of probation.
Encuentro que sí existe causa razonable para los cargos, así como para los incumplimientos de probatoria.
Sir, on the violation of probation, you will be held no bond.
Señor, en cuanto a los casos de incumplimiento de probatoria, usted va a estar detenido sin fianza.
On the paraphernalia, it will be $1,000.
En el caso de parafernalia, la fianza será de $1,000.
On the methamphetamine, $5,000. Oh, actually, excuse me. On the paraphernalia, it will be $5,000.
Perdón, de hecho, en el caso de posesión de parafernalia, la fianza será de $5,000.
On the methamphetamine, it will be $15,000.
Y en cuanto al de metanfetamina, va a ser de $15,000.
So your next court date on these cases will be December 2nd at 8:15.
Su siguiente cita ante un juez, señor, va a ser el 2 de diciembre a las 8:15.
Sir, please be aware that I will be signing a no bond hold for ICE today.
Damn. son.
Señor, por favor, quiero que esté al tanto, dice la jueza, de que voy a estar firmando una orden de retención para ICE, para inmigración, el día de hoy.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
That fool got caught with a crack pizzite,
Yesterday, Orange hasn't responded
if you
yet
will.
in our system where we get the teletypes.
All right.
After this Monday, ooh, it's gonna be bananas.
Carlos Manuel Obando.
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, you
Sí.
are here charged with trespass.
Señor, se le acusa de intrusión ilegal.
What
Do you
comment?
have an
Karen?
attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado?
No.
No.
Can you afford to hire one?
¿Cuenta con los medios para contratar un abogado privado, señor?
No.
No.
Sir, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you.
Le nombro a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo representen.
I do
Okay.
find probable
Okay.
cause for the charge.
Encuentro que sí existe causa razonable para el cargo.
Your bond will be set at $5,000.
Su fianza se fija en el monto de $5,000.
Your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15.
Su siguiente cita ante un juez será el 2 de diciembre a las 8:15, señor.
Sir,
Buenos
please be
días.
aware that I will be signing a no bond detainer hold for ICE today.
Another
Y
one.
señor, quiero que esté al tanto de que yo voy a firmar el día de hoy una orden de retención para que venga ICE por usted el día de hoy sin fianza. No tiene fianza.
Another one.
¿Ok?
Henry, you have something on this case?
Your Honor, I was going to request for Figueroa Santiago to be recalled at the
Okay.
appropriate time. I just got an email.
Quisiera pedir que se volviera a llamar a Figueroa Santiago. Acabo de recibir un correo electrónico, dice el fiscal.
December 2nd.
All right, Mr. Henry, what did you learn?
Your Honor, Matthew Hendry, on behalf of the state, classifications informed me that Orange County advised them on October 16th of 2025.
Su señoría, este es Matthew Henry de la Fiscalía. Recibí un correo electrónico de clasificaciones donde se me informó de parte del condado de Orange. Fueron avisados el 16 de octubre del 2025 que
that currently they do not have a warrant on this case and they are waiting for DOC to issue the warrant.
So, bro, from the
Que
702,
actualmente ellos no
gracias.
tienen una orden de arresto en este caso y están esperando a que el departamento carcelario emita
message
una
you,
orden de
James. Thank you.
arresto.
So based on that, Your Honor, I do believe that Orange County is informed of picking the defendant up.
Así que en base a eso, su señoría, yo creo que el condado de Orange sí ha sido informado acerca de tener que recoger al acusado.
The problem is that he's been held for 16 days.
16.
El problema es que a él lo han tenido detenido por 16 días.
That's nuts.
With no progress from Orange County.
Y no ha habido ningún progreso que se haya hecho por parte del condado de Orange.
That's no bueno.
So my inclination is to ROR him on these.
Así es que yo me inclino a dejarlo en libertad bajo su propia promesa en cuanto a esto.
That's right, Bruce. Thank you for that.
But sir, you need to be aware that as soon as they issue this
Jen?
warrant, you're going to be rearrested. Do you understand?
Pero señor, usted tiene que estar percatado del hecho de que en cuanto se emita esta orden de arresto de la que se está hablando, que usted lo van a volver a arrestar.
Correcto.
Correct.
All right, sir. Thank you.
Gracias, señor.
16 days. Yeah. Hey, Shannon, where you been? You're late to the party. Come on now, Shannon. You're going to get an FTA, failure to appear, if you will.
J. Felix Reyes Molina.
What was his first name? Can somebody repeat it?
Félix
Are you
Reyes
working
Molina.
card with no valid driver's license?
Señor, usted está aquí actualmente porque se le acusa de no tener licencia válida de manejo.
Do you have an
double check.
attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado,
I
señor?
can't check right now because
No.
I'm streaming from the phone
No.
right now that I got. That
Can you
but I'll
afford
double
to
check
hire one?
once I'm done.
¿Cuenta con los medios para contratar un abogado privado, señor?
No.
No.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you.
I do
Voy
see
a
the little
nombrarle a la
money sign
oficina de
on the
abogados de
screen, though.
oficio para que lo representen, señor.
I do find probable cause for the charge.
Encuentro que sí existe causa razonable para este cargo.
Your bond will be set at $1,000.
Su fianza se fija en $1,000
Your next
Stop.
court date is November 14th at 8:30.
y su siguiente cita ante un juez va a ser el 14 de noviembre a las 8:30.
Sir, please be aware that I will be signing a no bond detainer for ICE today.
Señor, por favor, quiero que esté al tanto de que yo voy a firmar una orden de retención por parte de inmigración en la cual no va a haber fianza.
And you will be held no bond pending ICE retrieval.
Así es que se le va a tener detenido sin fianza hasta que vengan a recogerlo de esa agencia.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
And just for the
I don't
record,
have any
all
other
these
Spanish
individuals
names
they're not
who
all
are-
Mexican. They come from all
Yes.
different types of countries from Latin America.
Silva?
Sí.
Yes.
This is Polk County,
Sir,
Polk County, Florida.
you are here on violations of probation on two separate cases. Two
Señor,
separate charges.
usted está aquí, señor, porque usted cometió incumplimientos de probatoria, se le acusa de haber cometido incumplimientos de probatoria en dos casos
Biggs,
distintos,
thank you.
perdón, dos
Appreciate that.
cargos.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado, señor?
Tenía uno cuando empecé mi probatoria, pero pues no, yo no tengo contacto con él, ya, sí, ya no.
Well, when I started probation, I did, but I haven't talked to him, so I guess not.
Hey, no, it's hard.
Okay,
It's
do you
hard in
intend
Florida
to
for
hire
sure.
an attorney to represent you, sir?
Señor, ¿usted planea contratar un abogado privado para que lo represente?
No.
How
No.
about them J's, man? I gotta go throw my
Sir, I
J's
will
on hat
appoint
right
the
now.
office of the
I should go
public
grab it.
defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrarle a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo representen, señor.
I do find probable cause based upon the warrant.
Hey, look at
Basándome en la
Granny.
orden de
Have you
arresto,
guys seen
encuentro que sí
Granny back
existe
there?
causa razonable para
What
el
did she
cargo.
do? That's what I
You will
want to
be
know.
held no bond until your next court date of November 17th at 8:30.
I'm gonna have to zoom in on
Usted va a
Granny.
estar detenido sin fianza hasta su siguiente
What
vista
Granny
ante
do?
un juez que va a ser el 17 de noviembre a las 8:30.
Ok.
Thank you, sir.
Ok, gracias, señor.
I verify that name again.
It was
Zoom in on Granny over
Silva Hernandez.
Okay.
¿Cuál era
She's
el
a
nombre?
slippery
Silva
one.
Hernández.
Sir, what is your name?
Señor, ¿cuál es su nombre?
Hold on, where's Granny at?
Juan Carlos Cartagena Torres.
Juan
He sounds
Carlos,
Cuban.
¿cuál es su apellido, señor?
Cartagena Torres.
Oh, yeah,
Cartagena, Your Honor.
Okay.
Cartagena.
All right, sir, you were here charged with driving while license suspended or revoked.
Señor, usted está aquí porque se le acusa de manejar con licencia suspendida o revocada.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado?
No.
No.
Can you afford to hire one?
¿Cuenta con los medios para contratar un abogado privado?
I gotta keep
No.
an eye on Granny
No.
right there.
Sir, I will
She's a
appoint the
slippery
office
one.
of the public defender to represent you.
Voy a nombrarle a la oficina de abogados de oficio para que lo representen, señor.
Don't let her looks fool you.
Ok.
Ok.
Give me 1 second.
Don't
Un
let her
momento,
looks
por favor.
fool you. Granny, she's on a good one. Look at her trying to be out.
I do find probable cause for the
Got
charge.
you, Granny.
Encuentro
got
que
you.
sí existe causa razonable para el cargo.
Not
Your
keeping-
bond is set at
not taking my eyes away from
$1,000.
her.
Su fianza se fija en $1,000
Your next court date is November 14th at 8:30.
y su siguiente cita ante un juez va a ser el 14 de noviembre a las 8:30, señor.
Thank you, sir.
Mr.
Ok,
Gracias, señor.
gracias.
This is
Okay,
class.
thank you.
Ms. Hernandez, you want to make an
Hey,
announcement?
what do you
Yes, Your
guys
Honor,
think she
thank
did?
you. Buenas tardes. ¿Hay alguna otra persona que necesite intérprete en español? Por favor, levanten la mano si es así.
Grandpa in the wheelchair. Yeah, I saw
I do
him.
not see any raised hands, Your Honor. May interpreter be
Oh, wait,
excused?
We have
Oh.
someone in the
Her
very back.
There is
at
one in the
Central.
He
very
was a
Yes.
getaway driver.
Hay alguien hasta atrás en Central.
She
What
probably
is your
had
name,
a,
sir?
she's probably
Señor,
the
¿cuál es su
plug.
nombre?
Fernando Alicea.
Alicea. ¿Hernando dijo usted?
Sí, Fernando, sí.
Fernando Alicea.
All right, sir,
Sí.
you are here charged with domestic violence battery.
Agua.
Señor, usted está aquí porque se le acusa de violencia intrafamiliar con agresión física.
Do you have an attorney?
¿Tiene usted un abogado, señor?
No.
No.
Can you afford to hire one?
¿Cuenta con los medios
Not in
para
this
contratar un
economy.
abogado privado?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, will indicate you're going to hire your own attorney. I do find probable cause for the charge.
Vamos a indicar aquí, señor, que usted va a contratar un abogado privado y encuentro que sí existe causa razonable para el cargo.
Your bond is set at $5,000.
Su fianza se fija en $5,000.
If you do bond, you will be on pretrial release.
Si usted sale bajo fianza, va a quedar bajo la supervisión de servicios de libertad condicional.
Ok.
Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release and then every Thursday.
Las condiciones incluyen que usted tendrá que presentarse personalmente a servicios de libertad condicional inmediatamente después de su liberación de la cárcel y después cada jueves.
You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives.
Se le prohíbe usar, poseer o portar armas de fuego, armas blancas, cuchillos o munición.
You will have no contact with the alleged victim
Is
in
she
this
getting jiggy
case.
with it?
Se le prohíbe tener cualquier tipo de contacto o comunicación con la supuesta víctima en
Or is
este
she
caso.
nodding off?
You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, your
500
home,
foot?
vehicle, place of employment, and/or school at all times.
Is it 500
Usted
feet?
tendrá que estar
500
alejado de la
foot?
víctima en todo
I would say
momento. No se
500
puede
feet.
acercar
I
más de
wouldn't say
500 pies de
500 foot.
distancia a la víctima, su hogar, su vehículo, lugar de empleo
What's your
o
answer?
escuela en todo momento.
So I will give you one opportunity within 48 hours of your release from custody.
Señor, dentro de las primeras 48 horas después de su liberación de la cárcel, le voy a dar la
I'm
la
not the
oportunidad
best
de
grammatically
que
correct person.
To return to the
I don't speak
residence
the
with
best,
a law
but
enforcement escort to retrieve your
I know
personal
it's-
belongings.
regrese a esa residencia
not foot.
acompañado de un oficial del orden público para recoger algunos efectos personales.
For those of you who are placed on pretrial release today, those conditions begin today, even while you're in jail.
Para todos ustedes a los que se les indique que quedan bajo libertad condicional, si pagan fianza, ustedes van a comenzar obedeciendo
It's
esas
feet.
condiciones desde en este momento, aunque estén en la cárcel, ¿entienden?
So your next court date is November 14th at 8:30.
Should I
Su
unmute
siguiente
myself
cita
and
ante
let
un
the
juez
judge
será el
know that
14 de
it's
noviembre a las
feet,
8:30.
not foot, and it's driving
you,
us
sir.
crazy?
Gracias,
Bueno,
señor. Thank you.
Is this another Spanish?
¿Hay
What
otro
kind of
que necesita
gummies?
intérprete en español?
Sí.
Yes. ¿Cuál es su nombre,
What's your
señor?
name, sir?
Yes.
Polo Carrasquillo.
Carrasquillo is the last name, Your Honor.
Carrasquillo.
Polo Carrasquillo.
Hey, what up, Patrick? Hey, thank you for that. If
Okay.
you will.
Sir, you are here on a warrant for failure to appear for court out of Orange County.
Señor, usted está aquí debido a una orden de arresto porque
Shannon, thank
usted no compareció a una vista ante el juez que tenía en el condado. Your Honor, did you say Orange County?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Del condado de Orange. Thank you, Your Honor.
I do find probable cause based upon the teletype.
She loves bingo.
Basándome en el teletipo, encuentro que sí existe
Damn you,
causa
Granny.
razonable para esto.
Damn you.
So you are going to be held no bond.
Así que, señor, usted va a estar detenido sin fianza.
We will notify Orange County that you are in our jail and ready for pickup.
Vamos a notificar al condado de Orange que usted está aquí en la cárcel y listo para ser recogido.
If they do not pick you up by November 6th at 1 o'clock, you will be brought back to first appearance.
Si el 6 de noviembre a la 1 de la tarde usted está aquí, todavía no han venido a recogerlo,
Sal, thank you for the
será
follow.
traído de nuevo a primera comparecencia, señor.
Thank you, sir.
Gracias, señor.
Is this it? I hope this is
Thank
it.
you,
So we
Ms.
could-
Hernandez. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you, Your Honor. May you also have a good afternoon.
This lady is
Thank
vicious.
you.
This judge. She's
Tyreek
nothing to play with.
Dickens. Mr. Dickens, you are here charged with culpable negligence, inflicting actual harm, operating a motor vehicle, with a suspended driver's license causing death or serious bodily injury to another,
Damn,
reckless
son.
driving with property damage, possession of cannabis, possession of paraphernalia, grand theft of a motor vehicle, fleeing to elude a police officer with a marked vehicle with lights and sirens activated at high speeds,
Damn.
driving while license suspended or revoked,
This is
dangerous or
like
excessive speed,
GTA
2 additional counts of reckless
5-star.
driving, 4 additional counts of reckless driving.
Damn.
Do you have an attorney representing you, sir?
No.
You afford to hire one.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charges, Mr. Hendry.
Yes, Your Honor. Matthew Hendry on behalf of the state. Your Honor, the state would ask that the court take into consideration the defendant's prior criminal history as well as the facts of this case. We are requesting elevated bonds, in particular in regards to the first-degree felony, the fleeing to elude, reckless, causing injury or death. We are requesting bond no less than the amount of $100,000. Additionally, we would be asking for the defendant to be placed on pretrial release, including but not limited to GPS with house arrest conditions.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Ms.
you.
Boynes,
The
anything?
defense would object to that. I think under the circumstances,
Not all the time,
$100,000 is exorbitant.
All right.
And
I
we're
think that's kind of cheap for
we're
taking
asking
somebody's
the court
life.
to give him a regular bond for that offense, which I understand is an F1.
All right, the court has reviewed the affidavit
Real life
in this
GTA.
case. I do find it to be egregious, based upon my reading of the documentation. I've also reviewed his prior criminal history, which is extensive. So,
$1 million,
sir,
yeah.
regarding the fleeing to elude, you will be held on a bond of $1,000. On the culpable negligence, it will be $1,000. On the driving while license suspended or revoked causing injury, $5,000. That's the second one. No, that's, yeah, there you go. On the reckless driving with property
His
damage
Duke
or
is
personal
definitely
injury, $1,000. Possession of cannabis, $1,000. Possession of paraphernalia, $1,000. Possession of cannabis, $1,000. Paraphernalia, $1,000. Grand theft motor vehicle, $5,000. And the driving while license suspended, $250. Dangerous or excessive speed, $250. And then each of the additional reckless driving counts will be $250. Sir, if you do bond, you will be placed on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release. And then he's going to be on GPS house arrest, so they call in every day.
Yeah, he ain't going
So you
any-
will be
he's not
calling in
going anywhere
daily
soon.
to check in with pretrial services, sir. You will be placed on a GPS house arrest. You will be fitted with that GPS monitor prior to being released from custody. In addition, sir, you will not possess any weapons, firearms, ammunition, or knives. You will not drive without a valid driver's license. Anything additional? Mr.
Yes, Your Honor, just a point of clarification as to the bond on that first degree felony.
$100,000.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, sir, your next court date will be December the 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
For the house arrest. You want
I
That's
mean,
it,
at
yeah.
this, at this point, I don't
Sir,
think.
regarding your house arrest, you will be permitted to go to court, attorney appointments, and that will be it without modification. Okay, sir? Thank you.
This fool ain't going nowhere. I don't got
Bobby
100,000. I
Harper?
don't think he does either.
Yes, ma'am.
Harper, you are here charged with removing or disfiguring a tomb or monument. Do you have an attorney?
Not yet.
Can you afford to hire one?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we'll indicate you're going to hire an attorney, sir. I do find probable cause for the charge. Your bond is going to be set at $5,000. Your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
What
Johnson,
in
you
the
are
ni-
here on
what-
violation of
what in the
probations
ni-
on 3 separate charges. Do you have an attorney, sir?
What in the night
No,
of the
ma'am.
living dead is
Can
happening
you
there?
afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause based upon the warrant signed by Judge Harb. You will be held no bond, sir. Your next court date will be November 17th at 8:30. Thank you, sir.
I couldn't even get that
Michael
out.
Lavu,
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Lacey,
sir,
thank you
you
for the
are
follow.
here on a violation of probation. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire? Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, you've been appointed the public defender previously, it appears. Sir, I do find probable cause for the charge. You are going to be held no bond, sir, until you see a judge on November 3rd at 8:30. Right, thank
Okay.
you, sir.
This one ain't
All right,
going nowhere.
Yaleen Lockett.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are here charged with armed burglary of a dwelling, structure, or conveyance, possession of firearm on school property, carrying a concealed firearm, use or display of a
Lisa.
firearm during a felony offense, possession of burglary tools, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance unarmed, grand theft, burglary of an unoccupied conveyance unarmed, additional 3 counts,
What's up with his
and then
hair?
petty theft.
Does he have a
Do
red
you
spot
have
on
an
his hair?
attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for each of your charges. Mr. Hendry?
Yes, Your Honor. In regards to what I have listed as count 1, the armed burglary of a dwelling, that is a first-degree felony that is punishable by life.
Life?
As such, the state is requesting he be held no bond on that count.
All right. Any argument, Ms. Goins?
No, ma'am, I'm assuming what he's referring to is holding them under the constitutional provision as opposed to the statute.
Correct.
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Lockett, sir, on the armed burglary, you will be held no bond, sir. On the possession of firearm on school property, it will be $10,000. Carrying concealed firearm will be $10,000. Use or display of a firearm during a
What up,
felony offense will be $15,000. Possession of burglary tools, $5,000. On each of the burglary of an occupied structure or conveyance, it will be $5,000. On the grand theft, it will be $5,000. And on the petty theft, it will be $250. Sir, if at some point you do bond, you are going to be on pretrial release. Conditions will include that you will be on a GPS house arrest. You will be fitted with a monitor prior to being released from custody. You'll be permitted to go to court and attorney appointment, sir. That will require you to call in on a
that
daily
fool cover his
basis to
face?
pretrial release. Your next court date on these charges, sir, will be December 2nd at 8:15. Now, sir, I do see that you are out on bond in 25 MM
Don't cry now.
8231. I am revoking your bond in that case, sir, pursuant to a finding of probable cause. In this case, you will be held no bond in that case, sir. Do you have an attorney in that case?
No, ma'am. Well, I have a public offender.
Okay, well, all right, then the public defender will be aware that you're being held no bond, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well,
Yes, sir. Brendan McGall?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are here on warrants out of Hillsborough County for several different charges. You
What
do
up, Jesse?
have bonds on some of them, and then on some of them, it is a no bond hold. I do find probable cause based upon the documentation that's been provided to me. You have, like I said, bonds on some, but the others are no bond holds, sir. So since you can't bond out anyway, I'm just going to indicate to you, sir, that you will be held for Hillsborough County to come and pick you up. If they do not
Hey,
pick you
Teresa?
up, sir, by
Hey,
November the
Teresa?
6th at 1 o'clock, then you will be brought back to first appearance. All right, sir?
I got 2
Thank
accounts,
you.
Thomas. You probably were following the other one.
David Oliver,
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Oliver, you are here charged with impersonating a law enforcement officer, fraudulent use of
Samantha.
personal identification information, armed burglary of a dwelling, scheme to defraud,
Polk County.
extortion or threats, unlawful
Same
use of
money.
a two-way communication device, robbery with a weapon. As to the strong armed robbery, Mr. Henry, when I looked at the documentation, it appears that that charge was actually a conspiracy to commit robbery, so I don't know why.
Yes, Your Honor, I do believe I also reviewed that information, and I believe the correct charge for that one should be the conspiracy. That was what was filed in the information, so I believe what is on this docket is a mistake.
Okay, so so you're charged with conspiracy to commit armed robbery, not strong armed robbery, and then armed false imprisonment. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause based upon the warrant and the information that has been filed in this case. Mr. Hendry?
Yes, Your Honor.
Damn,
Matthew Hendry on
son,
behalf
where'd
of
you
the state.
find this?
In regards to the count, the armed burglary of a dwelling, that is a first-degree felony that is punishable by life. As such, the state is requesting the defendant be held no bond on that count.
Ms. Goins, any argument?
Finish him.
Again, I'm assuming this is on the constitutional provision.
Yes, ma'am. All right, so Mr. Oliver, on the impersonating a law enforcement officer, the bond will be $5,000. On the fraudulent use of personal ID, it will be $15,000. On the armed burglary of a dwelling, it will be a no bond hold. On the scheme to defraud, $5,000. Extortion or threat, $15,000. Unlawful use of a two-way communication device, $5,000. On the robbery with a weapon, it will be $30,000. Conspiracy to commit robbery will be $15,000. And on the armed false imprisonment, sir, it will be $20,000. If at some point you are able to bond, sir, you will be placed on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then calling in every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the victims identified in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, their home,
500
vehicle,
foot?
place of employment, and or school at all times. Any additional pretrial release conditions, Mr. Henry?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right, sir, your next court date is going to be on November the 18th at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Ismail Regis,
Yes, Your Honor.
sir, are you aware of the charge that you're facing?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir,
Yes,
do
Your
you
Honor.
have an,
What? Oh, it's a bad charge. It's a bad charge. If they didn't read the charges, it's bad. It's
do you
something
have
bad.
an attorney, sir?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Can you afford to hire one?
Regarding my probation,
No, sir, I'm talking about the charge you're here for today. Can you afford to hire an attorney to represent you? Yes or no?
no, ma'am.
All right, sir, I will appoint the office
In the
of the
criminal
public
justice
defender to
system,
represent you. I
sexually
have
based
reviewed the
offenses
paperwork
are
and I do
considered
find probable
especially
cause for the
heinous.
charge. Mr.
In New York
Henry?
City,
Your Honor,
the
based
dedicated
on the nature of
detectives
the
who
charge,
investigate these vicious
and the facts of
felonies
the
are
case,
members
the
of an
state is
elite
requesting
squad
bond
known
no
as the
less than
Special
the amount
Victims
of
Unit.
$30,000.
These are their
We
stories.
would also be seeking certain enumerated pretrial release conditions in addition to the standard ones.
Any argument, Ms.
Wood
Goins?
chipper.
At this point, I'm going to go ahead and leave that to the attorney who handles it, which set a bond hearing.
All right. So, sir, your bond will be set at $30,000. If you do bond, you will be placed on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in
face.
person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact whatsoever with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, their home, vehicle, place of employment, and or school at all times. Mr. Henry, additional?
Your Honor, the state would be requesting condition number 22.
All right, and sir, you will have condition number 22, which will be explained to you if you do place a bond.
What's
Your
22?
next court date on this case will be December 2nd
real,
at
it's live.
8:15, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. William Rivas,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your
are
Honor.
you aware of the charge that you're facing today or charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, do you have an attorney?
Ah, another one.
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
So I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable
Another
cause
one.
for each of the charges. Mr. Henry?
Your Honor, at this time, the state intends to file a motion for pretrial detention, permission to approach.
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. If the court having found probable cause as to these two charges, if the court finds that that motion is legally sufficient, we are asking that the defendant be held no bond on both counts and that he be scheduled for a pretrial detention hearing this upcoming Monday, November 3rd at 1 p.m. in the A2 division.
All right, so give me just a moment to read over this motion.
They're not reading them because they're SO charges, if you catch my drift. That's how you know that what the type of crime that they did. Well, they're not reading it, so we don't know unless somebody
Sir,
wants
I
to
do
look them
find
up.
that this is a legally sufficient motion, so you will be held no bond on each of these counts, sir. You will have a pretrial detention hearing on November the 3rd at 1 o'clock for the circuit court to determine whether or not you should be entitled to a bond. All right, sir, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sean Smith.
Man, the possibilities are
Sir,
endless.
you are here on warrants for violation of probation. Do you have an attorney? These are from Hillsborough County. I apologize. How many times was he? This is the second time, right?
Hey, thank you for the follow, Swan.
We
Appreciate
have
you.
local charges, so I think
Is
we
he wearing
just
a blonde
resolved
wig?
local charges.
Wait, what?
All right, so sir, you have warrants out of Hillsborough County. I mean, you have resolved your local charges at this point, so you are now actually available for pickup. So we're going to notify Hillsborough County that you're ready for pickup, ask them to come and get you. If they do not come and get you by next Thursday, the 6th of November at 1 o'clock, you will be brought back to first appearance. Okay, sir?
All right, thank you.
Right, Ryan?
Alan Wade Jr.,
Yes, ma'am.
are you aware of the charge that you're facing here
Not
today, or the
another one.
first charge?
Not another one.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, another one.
All right, so you're also.
Another
charged,
one.
You have two additional charges, so I'm just gonna let the bailiff let you look and see what those charges are.
Another one. Another one. Another one.
I didn't catch the names.
Sir, do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Or I will appoint the office of the public defender. I have reviewed the paperwork in this case and do
wow.
find probable cause. Mr. Hendry?
Your Honor, at this time, the state intends to file a motion for pretrial detention, permission to approach.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
If the court, having found probable cause as to the new charges, find that this motion is legally sufficient, we are asking that the defendant be held no bond as to what is enumerated as count 1. We would ask that he be set for a pretrial detention hearing for this
Tabby, thank
upcoming
you.
Monday, November 3rd at 1 p.m. in the A2 division.
All right, sir, give me just one moment to review this motion.
So for anybody that wants to catch this playback, I am
Sir, I do find that the
archive
motion
these.
is legally sufficient. So on count 1, you will be held at no bond. On count 2, sir, you will be, that's 3, right?
I don't think anybody's been released yet.
Yes. Your bond will be set at $5,000, and on count 3, your bond will be set at $5,000. If at some point, sir, you do bond, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday, you will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, her home, vehicle, place of employment, and/or school at all times. And you will have condition number 22. Any additional conditions, Mr. Hendry?
Your Honor, we would be requesting, in addition to 22, we would be requesting 25 based on some of the nature of his charges.
All right, sir, I will impose condition number 25 as well. If you do post a bond, pretrial services will go over those conditions with you, sir. Your next court date is going to be on next Monday, November 3rd at 1 o'clock for the circuit court to determine whether you should get a bond, okay? Thank you,
All right.
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Timothy Walker?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Walker, you are here on violation of probation, sir, on 4 different charges. Do you have an attorney?
No,
Create a
ma'am.
page.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Or I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause based upon the warrant that's been issued and signed in this case.
Shout out to
You
area
are going to be
code.
held no bond, sir, until you see a
334.
judge on
Yo, what
November
up?
17th at 8:30. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Mark Welsh,
Sean, how's it going?
sir, you are here
313.
charged with domestic violence, simple assault, 2 separate counts. Do you have an
Wow.
attorney?
No,
Can you afford to hire one?
no.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are going to be set at $2,500 on each count, sir. If you do bond, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim's
500
home,
foot.
vehicle, place of employment, and/or school. I will give you one opportunity within 48 hours of your release from custody to return to the residence with a law enforcement escort to retrieve your personal belongings. Do you understand, sir?
Yes.
Shout out to the
Sir, your next court date
530.
will be November 14th at 8:30.
What
Thank
up?
you, sir.
Thank you for doing. We love
Anthony
watching you. Thank you.
Wilson.
Appreciate you.
That's me. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Wilson, you are here on warrants out of Pinellas County for 3 different charges for failure to appear for a pretrial conference. You do have bonds in each of these cases, sir.
Vibes.
On the driving while license suspended, felony habitual, it's set at $100,000, $100,013. It's odd, but that's what it's set at. On the possession of paraphernalia, it's set at $25,013. And on the operating an unregistered
Go
motor
Jays.
vehicle, it's set at $25,013. I see that you are on sentence until December the 6th, so I'm not really sure why they brought you here today because you're not ready for pickup. So, sir, what I'm going to tell you is that once you finish your sentence, you will be brought back to first appearance. At that point, for Pinellas County to be notified to come pick you up. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Have a good day.
What I want to know is why the
Anyways,
hell
I'm
this
telling
fool
you,
got
have
a
a good
bigger
afternoon.
sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, Granny's up. Is that
Brenda
Granny?
Ayers.
Hold on.
Miss Ayers, you are charged with trespass on property other than structure or conveyance. Do you have an attorney?
No,
Can you afford to hire one?
Shit. Hold on.
yeah,
And I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for your charges. Your bond set at $1,000. Your next court date will be November 14th at 8:30. Thank you, ma'am. Kayla Bradshaw,
Yes, ma'am.
you are here on a warrant for violation of your conditional release. Do you have an attorney on this case?
Yes, ma'am, but it's public defender.
Okay, so can we go ahead and indicate previously, because I thought she probably could have had one. I do find probable cause based upon the
There we go.
warrant or capias that was issued. I believe it was by Judge Barber in this case. You are going to be held no bond, ma'am. However, you are going to have a 5-day hearing on November the 4th at 1 o'clock in front of Judge Barber. So Judge Barber will determine at that point whether you're going to be entitled to a bond. Okay, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Why she acting like
Yes,
she's like a
Jessica
little
Butler.
schoolgirl?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Here we go.
All right,
All right.
ma'am, you are
Is
here
this better?
charged with battery on a law enforcement officer, 2 separate counts, and 1 count of resisting an officer with violence. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
Is that a
I'm
dude?
sorry.
No, ma'am.
All right, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are set at $5,000 on each of the 3 counts. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, ma'am. Rosa Duarte,
Yes, ma'am.
and you are here charged with domestic violence battery. Do you have an attorney?
What?
who are
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
And I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do
Yeah,
find
men and
probable
women.
cause for the charge. Your bond is set at $5,000. If you do bond, ma'am, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the victim identified in this case. You will stay
you get
500
a
foot
beeper?
away from the victim's home, vehicle, place of employment, and/or school at all times. Were you living at the same residence with the victim?
And ma'am, we have an autistic son together who is 8, who only I'm his sole provider. He has not eaten since yesterday morning when I got arrested.
Man, listen
yeah.
to me, okay? You're not gonna have contact with the victim, okay? I'm not gonna get involved with what happens with your child. But you cannot have contact with the victim in this case. So if you
Audio
do, that's
gone?
gonna be a violation. You're gonna end up back in jail and being held no bond.
There we go. Thank you.
So I will permit you one opportunity within 48 hours of your release from custody to
Can you hear
return
it
to
now?
the residence with a law enforcement escort to retrieve your personal belongings. Do you understand?
Yes.
Your next court date is November 14th at 8:30.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Octavia Greer,
Yeah.
ma'am, you are here charged with felony petty theft. Do you
Shout
have an
out to the
attorney?
515
Can you afford to hire one?
and to the 440.
Ma'am, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charge. Your bond is set at $5,000. Your next court date is December the 2nd at
Can't hear the stream.
8:15.
515.
Thank you, ma'am. Brittany Hall. Ms. Hall, you are here on a violation of probation. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Can you afford to hire one?
No.
Ma'am, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for the charge. Your bond is going to be set at no bond. You will see a judge on November 17th at 8:30. Thank you, ma'am. Sarah Faye Harrell.
Yes,
Ma'am, you are
ma'am.
here on a violation of probation out of Liberty County. You have now finished up the charges that you had here locally, so we are going to notify Liberty County that you are now ready for pickup. We're going to ask them to come and get you. If they do not pick you up by November the 6th at 1 o'clock, you'll be brought back to first appearance. Okay, ma'am?
Okay.
Thank you. Lorena Jones,
Yes, ma'am.
you are here charged with domestic violence battery. Do you
Another
have
one?
an attorney? Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Ma'am, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for the charge. I am going to straight pretrial release you on this case, ma'am. Conditions are
Release?
going to be that you will contact pretrial services in
Jan.
person immediately upon your release, and then
Is this
every
the first
Thursday,
release?
you will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim,
500
the victim's
foot?
home, vehicle, place of employment, and
This
or
is
school
live.
at all times. I will give you one opportunity within 48 hours of your release from custody to return to the residence with a law enforcement escort to retrieve your personal belongings. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Your next court date will be November 26th at 8:30, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dolce Mendoza,
Hey, guys, don't forget, hit
you are
that
here
follow
charged
button. It's
with
free.
possession of cannabis, possession of paraphernalia, and keeping structure for the use of drug activity. You also have violation of probations on 3 separate charges. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Do you afford to
Okay,
hire
sir.
one?
Oh,
Ma'am, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for your charges. Your bonds are as follows. On the possession of cannabis, $1,000. Paraphernalia, $1,000. Keeping a structure for drug activity, $5,000. On the violation of probations, you will be held no bond, ma'am. Your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you.
I don't want to give anybody a
Azaria
seizure.
Morton. Ma'am, you are here charged with resisting an officer without violence, failure to redeliver a hired vehicle, and threat of death or serious bodily injury to law enforcement or a public official. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No.
Ma'am, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your
What up,
bonds
Linda?
are as follows. On the resisting, it will be 1,000. Failure to
Michelle?
redeliver a
Is it
hired
Michelle or
vehicle,
Michael?
5,000.
Mackel.
On the
Mackel.
threat
It's
of death
Mackel.
or serious
Mackel.
bodily injury, it will be 10,000. Your next court date, ma'am, will be on December the
you.
2nd at 8:15. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ashley Munoz,
yes, ma'am.
you are here
I know
charged
you
with
told me
driving
last
under the
time.
influence with a breath alcohol of 0.15 or higher and driving under the influence with property damage. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
You afford to hire one.
No, ma'am.
I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are going to be set at $2,500 on each count, ma'am. Your next court date will be November 14th at 8:30. Thank you, ma'am.
This is like a conveyor belt of
Elise
justice right here.
Rodriguez,
Polk County, Florida.
ma'am, you are here on a warrant out of Bay County for a violation of probation. I do find probable cause based upon the documentation. You are going to be held no bond, ma'am. We're going to ask Bay County to come pick you up. If they do not pick you up by November the 6th, then you will be brought back to first appearance. Okay? Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
She definitely has to go.
Oliveria?
She definitely has to go play golf
Maybe.
or lunch. I heard Florida. Florida does not play around. That's one place
Oh, I
you do
sure
not want to
did.
get
All
arrested
right.
at.
Tanya Oliveria Lopez.
Yes.
If you are here on a capias for failure to appear for arraignment, do you have an attorney on this
Bay
case?
County?
Can you afford to hire one?
No.
And I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable
Thank you.
cause based upon the capias.
FYP.
You do have a bond of $2,000, ma'am. Your next court date will be on November 14th at 8:30. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for the follow,
Thank
guys.
you.
Thank you.
Randy Stollard. Ms. Stollard, you are here charged with possession of paraphernalia and possession of meth. Do you have an attorney?
What in the crack pipe is
No.
going on here?
Can you afford to hire one?
No.
And I will appoint the office of probation. I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I looked over here and saw probation. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are set at 1,000 on the paraphernalia, 5,000 on the meth. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, ma'am. Keisha Staton.
Next.
You are here charged with keeping a structure for the use of drug activity, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of cocaine. Do you have an attorney?
No.
You afford to hire one.
No.
And I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are set at $5,000 on the keeping a structure for drugs, 1,000 on the paraphernalia, 5,000 on the cocaine. Your next court date is December the 2nd at 8:15. Thank
They
you,
gotta
ma'am.
keep him going. Like they can't
Stephanie
stop.
Taylor.
Can't stop.
Yes,
Won't
ma'am.
stop.
Ms. Taylor, you are here charged with violation of probation on 3 separate counts. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
You afford to hire one.
No, ma'am.
And I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause based upon the warrant signed by Judge Pinkett. You will be held no bond, ma'am, until you
Oh,
see a
yeah.
judge on November 17th at 8:30. Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. Judge Thomas.
This one,
bonded.
right?
She did. Okay. Thank
That
you.
one right there in the circle.
Crystal Vincent.
Yes, ma'am.
And you are here charged with possession of cannabis, keeping a structure for the use of drug activity, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
And I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charge or charges. Your bonds are as follows: 1,000 on the cannabis, 1,000 on the paraphernalia, 5,000 on the keeping a structure for the use of drug activity. Your next court date will be December the 2nd
This
at
is live, yes.
8:15, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maria Vidal.
Good morning.
You are
Natalie, thank
here, good morning, or it's actually afternoon, I guess. You are here on a capias for failure to appear for arraignment. Do you have an attorney?
No, Your Honor, I actually went to court, but
Florida.
I guess my court date was closed. It was changed. So when the day that I went to court, I asked for an extension and it was denied.
Okay, well, the judge issued a capias for you. He did set a bond at $1,000, or actually she did set a bond at $1,000. Can you afford to hire an attorney for yourself?
No.
Ma'am, I
Polk
will
County.
appoint the office of the public defender, and I do find probable cause based upon the capias. Your next court date is going to be November 14th at 8:30, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Damn,
Thank you.
son, where'd you find this?
Dwight Williams.
That's a dude, right?
Man, that's
Hey, that's
a
That's
Dale.
a dude. There's no. No.
That's-
Am I
they have
wrong?
it down as a female.
yes.
Is that a
ma'am.
dude?
Okay.
That's a dude.
All right, skip that, Mr. Williams. We'll come back to you.
Yeah, I knew it.
Jakiria Woods,
Yes, ma'am.
No.
and
hold
you
on.
are here charged with written threats to kill or injure. Do you have an attorney?
No, I do not.
No,
Can you
is that a
afford to
woman?
hire
I'm
one?
confused now.
No, I do
I
not.
don't even know anymore.
And I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charge. Your bond is going to be set at $15,000. If you do bond, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person. Immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, the
500
victim's
foot?
home, vehicle, place of employment, and or school at all times. Your next court date, ma'am, is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you. Brittany Wooten. Ma'am, you are here charged with resisting an officer without violence and aggravated stalking. Do you have an attorney?
Stalking. What,
Yeah, it's based off the, I mean, I never bonded out.
is your face or
Oh,
eyes
it's right.
twitching?
Oh, I see. You have regional conflict counsel. Okay,
Oh, they're
so
twitching.
you do have an attorney. What's happened is they filed an information now, so that's why you have to come back to first appearance.
Oh, she's
So
doing a
I do find
download.
probable cause based
doing an
upon the
update on her
information
face.
and the KPS that was issued in this case. Your bonds are going to be as follows: $1,000
Oh,
on
she's
the
stuck on a boot
resisting an
loop.
officer, $15,000 on the aggravated stalking. Your next court
She's
date.
glitching.
Pretrial release. Yeah, I think we should. If you do bond, you're going to be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim's home, vehicle, place of employment, and or school at all times. Your next court date, ma'am, is November 18th at 8:15. Thank you, ma'am.
All right.
Diane Zinmeister,
Yes,
I thought it was a
you
new
are
filter.
charged with domestic violence battery. Do you have an attorney?
Granny?
ma'am.
You afford to hire one.
No, ma'am.
And I will
Yeah.
appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charge. However, I am going to straight pretrial release you in this case.
They're gonna let her go?
Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You'll be permitted contact with the alleged victim, but there is to be no violent contact. Do you understand?
I don't think she understands.
And your next court date is November the 26th at 8:30.
Hey, what up,
Thank you, ma'am.
Candace?
Clarence Barnett.
Approaching.
Mr. Barnett, you're here charged with possession of cannabis, possession of cocaine with intent to sell within 1,000 foot of a church,
1,000
keeping a
foot.
public nuisance or structure for drug activity, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of a harmful new legend drug. Do you have an attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
Absolutely
ma'am.
not.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for your charges. Your bonds are as follows: on the cannabis, 1,000; possession of cocaine with intent to sell within 1,000 foot of a church will be 30,000; keeping a structure for the use of drug activity, 5,000; paraphernalia, 1,000; and the possession of a harmful new legend drug, 250. Your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jermaine Bernard.
Just in case.
Bernard. Oh,
He bonded, Judge.
yeah, I didn't get that information.
All right, there we go, guys.
Jeffrey Butler Collins.
Approaching.
Sir, you are here on a violation of probation and a new charge of no valid driver's license. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the new charge as well as the violation. On the violation, sir, you will be held no bond. On the new charge, it will be $250. Your next court date is going to be on the new charge on November 14th. On your violation of probation, November 17th. All right, thank you, sir. Enrique Castillo.
Enrique, come on
Sir,
down.
you are here charged with domestic violence battery. Do you have an attorney?
What?
No, ma'am.
Do you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charge. I am going to straight pretrial release you on this case, sir. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim's home, vehicle, place of employment, and or school.
Is it
Were you guys living together?
feet?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I will give you one opportunity within 48 hours of your release from custody to return to the residence with a law enforcement escort to retrieve your personal belongings. Sir, your next court date is November 26th at 8:30. Thank you.
Thank you.
Travis Collier.
But
Sir,
wait,
you are
there's
here
more.
charged with resisting an officer without violence, battery on a law enforcement officer, possession of meth, possession of paraphernalia, and possession of fentanyl. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
You afford to hire one.
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for your charges. Your bonds are as follows: on the resisting, 1,000; bat Leo, 5,000; possession of meth, 5,000; paraphernalia, 1,000; and possession of fentanyl, 5,000.
Damn, this was
Your
like a
next court
walking
date is
pharmacy.
December 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you. Michael Cordero. Sir, you are here charged with aggravated stalking and discharging a firearm in a residential area. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charge. Your bonds are as follows. On the aggravated stalking, $15,000. On the discharging a firearm in a residential area, $1,000. If you do bond, sir, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim's home, vehicle, place of employment, and/or school at all times. Do you understand these conditions, sir?
Yes.
That's
So
right,
your next
Chaparro.
court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you. Christopher Decatur.
Nothing beats a jet
Sir, you are here charged with felony battery. Do you have an attorney?
£50 per
No, ma'am.
person. That's
You afford to
£200
hire
off for a
one.
family of four.
No, ma'am.
Sir, I do find, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause based upon the warrant in this case. But your bond is going to be set at $5,000, sir. If you do bond, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not possess or consume alcohol, nor enter into any bar, lounge, or package store. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim's home, vehicle, place of employment, and/or school at all times. Do you understand, sir? Sir, your next court date is November 18th at 8:15. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
James Dildine.
Probably
You are
different
here
custody
charged with
levels.
possession of paraphernalia and possession of meth. Do you have an attorney?
This is live.
You afford to hire one.
This fool is rough.
I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause. Your bond's set at $1,000 on the paraphernalia, $5,000 on the meth. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir. Sabine Gomez.
Yes, ma'am.
James.
You are here on a capias for failure to appear for mandatory docketing. You've previously
27?
been appointed the office of the
No.
public defender. I do find probable cause, sir. You are going to be held no bond, sir, but you are going to have a 5-day hearing, which is actually going to take place tomorrow morning at 8:30. So you're going to see Judge Griffin tomorrow morning at 8:30. He will determine whether or not you are entitled to a bond at that time. All right, sir, thank you. Jericho Glover. Sir, you are here charged with possession of cannabis, keeping a vehicle for the drug activity, keeping a nuisance, well, let's see, keeping a shop or vehicle for drugs, keeping a public nuisance structure for drug activity, possession of paraphernalia, sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church, possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you
Let's
have
go,
an
James.
attorney?
No,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for your charges. Your bonds are as follows. On the cannabis, 1,000. Keeping a shop or vehicle for drug use, 5,000. Keeping a public nuisance structure for drug activity, 5,000. Possession of paraphernalia, 1,000. Sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a school will be 20,000. And possession of paraphernalia will be 1,000. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you. Leonard Glover. Mr. Glover, you're here charged with keeping a shop or vehicle for drug use. You have 3 separate counts. You have a violation of probation for possession of paraphernalia, possession of firearm by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church, keeping a public nuisance structure for drug activity, possession of paraphernalia, possession of cannabis over 20 grams, refusal to
confused.
deliver a lost or abandoned property, possession of paraphernalia, sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church, possession of cannabis with intent to sell within 1,000 foot of a church, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you have an attorney, sir?
Ma'am.
You afford to hire one.
Ma'am.
I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Sir, on the keeping shop or vehicle for drug use, it will be $5,000 on each of the 3 counts. On the violation of probation, you will be held no bond. On the possession of firearm by convicted felon, it will be $15,000. Possession of ammunition by convicted felon, $15,000. Sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church will be $15,000. Keeping a public nuisance structure will be 5,000. Paraphernalia, 1,000. Possession of cannabis over 20 grams, 5,000. Refusal to deliver lost or abandoned property will be 5,000.
This one got more charges than a CVS
Possession of
receipt.
paraphernalia, 1,000. Sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church will be 20,000. Possession of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church will be 20,000.
I'm just
And
gonna call this
possession of
guy
paraphernalia will
CVS.
be 1,000. So your next court date will be December the 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
That's for my VOP and my new charges.
That's exactly right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Damn, son,
Bradley
where'd you
Green.
find this?
So you are here charged with domestic violence, battery, trespass, and then domestic violence, cyber stalking. Do you have an attorney?
So sorry. You have a challenge on this when you're ready.
Okay. Do you have an attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
Sir, can you afford to hire one? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. Ms. Goins?
My
Ms.
argument
Loins.
is, first, they have them charged with the harassing, which apparently, according to the affidavit, just consisted of either text, my understanding, about the ring, wanting the ring back. And then they actually had contact when he went over to the house. And then the allegation was that he committed a battery by touching or striking. And all I'm reading is that
Grabbed her
she
hand.
had the ring in her hand, and he grabbed it from her hand. It didn't say anything. I don't know what that means. Or I just thought that these were somewhat scant allegations, and the harassing in particular, because it was just a matter of, I want the ring. They ultimately came together and she had the ring. And so I don't think that amounts to harassing.
I think the issue is the number of times that he contacted her and the fact that he contacted her surreptitiously by using no caller ID or phone numbers that were not affiliated with himself. So I am going to find probable cause for all three charges, sir. Your bonds will be as follows. On the domestic violence battery, it will be $5,000. On the trespass, $1,000. On the domestic violence cyber stalking, it will be $5,000.
Cyber stalking.
If
Who
you do
does that?
bonds, sir, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, the
500
victim's
foot.
home, vehicle, place of employment, and/or school.
That one
Now,
always
do you
throws me
have
for a loop.
belongings at the house? Because you two used to live together, correct?
We've never lived together.
Okay, so you're separate then. All right, sir, your next court date is November 14th at 8:30. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Next.
Hayden Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are here charged with battery, felony battery, domestic violence by strangulation, false imprisonment, and aggravated battery with a firearm.
Strangulation? Who
Do
does
you
that?
have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
You afford to hire one.
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for your charges based upon the information that has been filed in this case.
Brittany.
Your bonds are as follows. On the battery, it will be $5,000. On the felony battery, Mr. Henry.
Who does this guy
Sorry,
think he is? The
Matthew
Boston
Hendry on behalf of
Strangler?
the state. Your Honor, I'm currently looking at a KPS that indicates on all four counts the defendant is to be held no bond.
I thought it said pending first appearance, but that could be my
A
bad.
lot of people that don't know how to control their feelings
I
and their
did say
tempers.
pending first appearance.
Actually, I don't even see the KPS right here.
That's what I was trying to get to.
There we go.
Man, that's
Oh, it
crazy.
actually
Strangling
doesn't say
somebody?
that. It says no bond. So. All right, Mr.
Polk
Henry, I
County.
believe you're Correct. So, sir, the judge, Judge Covey, who issued this KPS, has indicated that you're to be held no bond. So you will be held no bond, sir, until you see a judge on November the 18th at 8:15, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Harris, come back, sir. Come
But
back.
wait, there's more.
Mr. Harris, I also see that you were out on bond in 25 MM 7207. I am revoking your bond in that case pursuant to a finding of probable cause in this case. You will be held no bond in that case, sir, pursuant to Parker versus State. Do you have an attorney in that case?
Yes, it's
Polk County,
public
Polk County,
defender.
Florida.
All right, sir. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
And Judge, you said 7207.
On the 7207? Oh, what? No, on the no bond? No. I'll let the circuit court deal with that. I'm sorry, ma'am. 7207. Yes, ma'am. Tyler Heron.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Heron, you are here on, based on a direct information and KPS that was issued charging you with possession of cocaine, possession of alprazolam, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Or I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause based upon the information. Your bonds are as follows: on the possession of cocaine, $5,000, possession of alprazolam, $5,000, and possession of paraphernalia, $1,000. Your next court date will be November 18th at 8:15, sir. Thank you. David Ishii.
Hey, if they did one by one, we'll be here all
You are
day.
here charged with failure to maintain insurance, possession of paraphernalia, possession of meth, operating a motor vehicle with no registration, and driving while license suspended or revoked. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are as follows: $250 on the no insurance, $1,000 on the paraphernalia, $5,000 on the meth, $250 on the no motor vehicle registration, and $250 on the driving while license suspended or revoked. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you.
Damn,
Hayden
son,
John-
where'd you find
Oh,
this?
I'm sorry, I did have a challenge on that and I didn't speak up quick enough.
Come back, Mr. Ishii. All right, it's going.
Okay, possibly the court or the state will correct me, but I don't see any testing for the substance. It's all about the officer saying he recognizes the spoon as a device for smoking meth, and he's talking about liquefied methamphetamine and the needles, but I don't see anything about a test.
He did not field tested.
Sir, don't say anything. I told you that at the beginning of court. Do not say anything.
What?
Mr. Henry, I agree. I do not see where there is any indication, at least, of testing. Do you want 24 hours on
Yes,
this
sir.
count? All right, so sir, if you do not, I'm going to leave you with a bond of $5,000 just in case you decide that you want to bond. However, I'm not going to find probable cause on that count at this point. If you do not bond, you will be brought back to first appearance tomorrow for the state to see if they can get additional information. If they cannot, then you will be ROR'd on that count. Do you
Okay.
understand, sir? All right,
Yes,
thank you,
ma'am.
sir.
Hey, where's everybody tuning in from? Drop your
Aiden
city,
Jock,
drop your
Mr. Jock,
country,
you're
drop your
charged with
area
possession of
code.
paraphernalia and possession of meth. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Iowa.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public
UK.
defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bond was set at $1,000 on the para, $5,000 on the meth. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
You
Gerard
guys are from all
Lawson.
over the place.
Jared.
Guatemala.
Jared, okay.
Gee,
Thank you, sir.
haters.
You are here charged with possession of cannabis, possession of firearm by convicted felon, possession of ammunition by convicted felon, keeping a structure for the use of drug activity, and possession of paraphernalia. Do you have an attorney?
No, 916.
No.
Do you afford to hire one?
No.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for your charges. Your bonds are as follows: possession of cannabis will be $1,000, possession of firearm by convicted felon, $15,000, possession of ammunition by convicted felon, $15,000, keeping a structure for the use of drug activity, $5,000, and paraphernalia at $1,000. Your next court date will be December the 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, you want 10% of that? Because
Sir, I cannot understand what you're saying. Okay. Ryan McDonough?
Yes,
Sir,
ma'am.
you are here charged with domestic violence battery, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon, possession, sale, or deliver of an altered firearm, possession of a firearm by a
Esto
convicted
no
felon,
sirve.
domestic violence, aggravated assault, 2 separate counts, and then you have a final charge. Madam Bailiff, can you show him what the final charge is?
Oh, sex offense.
I ain't have no firearm. There wasn't no kids around. They woke me up out of my sleep.
Sir, what did I say at the beginning of court? I said, don't say anything that could hurt you, okay?
I think.
Argue, you make that argument with your attorney. I want to see the charging document. You can make that argument with your attorney and it can be addressed at a later time. Can you afford to hire an attorney, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right, sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are as follows. On the domestic violence battery, it will be $5,000. Oh, where's the other one? There it is. On the domestic violence battery, it is $5,000. Possession of ammunition by convicted felon will be $15,000. Possession, sale, or deliver of an altered firearm is $1,000. Possession of firearm by convicted felon will be $15,000. On each of the domestic violence aggravated assaults, it will be $5,000. And on the final charge, it will be $5,000. If you do bond, sir, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the victims identified in this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victims, their home, vehicle, place of employment, and or school at all times. Did you live with the victim of the domestic violence?
Yes, ma'am.
Another
I'll give you
one.
one opportunity within 48 hours of your release from custody to return to the residence with a law enforcement escort
fool
to
ain't
retrieve
getting
your
out.
personal belongings. Your next
Yes, ma'am.
court date is December 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you.
We're not gonna be able to
Thaddeus
get out.
McKinney,
Judge, Your Honor.
so you are here on violation of probations on 4 separate counts. You have a charge of sale of cocaine within 1,000 foot of a church, 2 separate counts. Sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church. Possession of paraphernalia, 3 separate counts. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Are you live?
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender to represent you. I do find probable cause for the charges. On the violation of probations, you will be held no bond. On the sale of cocaine within 1,000 foot of a church, it will be $30,000 on each of those counts. Sale of cannabis within 1,000 foot of a church will be $15,000. And on each of the paraphernalias, it will be $1,000. Sir, your next court date is going to be on December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir. Gary
What up,
Osborne,
Justin?
so you are here based on a KPS for failure to appear for mandatory docketing.
Docketing?
Let
What
me
the hell's
let
that?
Madam Clerk catch up with me.
Mandatory docketing? Come again? This guy definitely looks out of place right here.
Yes.
He doesn't look like a regular. He's
All right,
definitely
you've
not on a
previously been
freaking
appointed the office
flyer
of the public defender.
miles.
I do find probable cause based upon the KPS that was issued by Judge Griffin. You are going to be held no bond, sir. However, you're going to have a hearing tomorrow morning at 8:30 before Judge Griffin for him to
He's a
determine whether or
DEI.
not you should be entitled to a bond, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Mary
man.
Park,
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Park, you're here charged with resisting an officer without violence and domestic violence battery. Do you have an attorney? Can't hear you, sir.
Good to hear you.
Is it me or
Do you have an attorney?
I
No,
keep
ma'am.
on hearing a toilet
Can you
flush?
afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. I do find probable cause
Polk
for your
County, yeah.
charges. Your
Polk County,
bonds are as
Florida.
follows. On the resisting, $1,000. On the domestic violence battery with a prior conviction, $7,500. If you do bond, sir, you will be on pretrial release. Conditions will include you contacting pretrial services in person immediately upon your release, and then every Thursday. You will not use, possess, or carry any firearms, guns, weapons, ammunition, or knives. You will have no contact with the
Somebody
alleged
has
victim in
chorro.
this case. You will stay 500 foot away from the victim, the home, vehicle, place of employment, and or school. Were the two of you living together?
I don't know who the victim is.
All right, show me them.
Damn, he has that many ladies? Damn, he don't know which
The
one it
victim
is.
is Sherry Bradley Hannah. Were you living together?
No.
Okay, sir, your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
They might need me for a
Tamario
surgery.
Polk,
Yes, ma'am.
you are here on a warrant out of Broward
864.
County. You do have a purge or bond amount of $342.
Thank you, South
If you can
Carolina.
afford to post that from Polk County, you can do that. You can post it from here and be released. If you cannot afford to do that, sir, we are going to notify Broward that you are in our custody and ask them to come get you. If they do not come and get you by November 6th at 1 o'clock, you'll be brought back to first appearance. All right,
Sarah,
sir?
you're welcome.
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am.
Christopher Shivers.
Shiver me
Yes,
Mr.
timbers.
ma'am.
Shivers, you are here on a fugitive warrant out of Georgia. Do you have an attorney to represent you on this, sir?
No.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Or I can appoint the office of the public defender to represent you at your fugitive hearing. I do find probable cause based upon the teletype that we've received. You are going to be held no bond, sir, but you will have a fugitive hearing on November the 10th at 8:29. All right, thank you, sir. David Sinet,
Yes, ma'am.
you are here charged with interfering with the railroad track or equipment. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you afford to hire one?
This case number, sorry.
Challenge? All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have, can you
railroad
afford to
track?
hire an attorney?
What do you think? What do you think?
Nah, no, ma'am.
Monopoly?
All right, sir, I will appoint the office of the public defender. Ms. Goins?
Yes, the allegations are that he was interfering with the railroad equipment. The allegation through the facts was that he was apparently in a particular location. And then when the officer asked him about what he was doing, he said, well, I was just going to get on the train. My first challenge would be to the statute, to just applying these facts to the statute itself to say that he was actually interfering with the railroad and the railroad equipment. And secondly, if there is such a thing as attempting to do that, that would be the only possible kind of charge. But it just seems that this does not amount to interfering with railroad equipment, just because he might jump on a train at some point.
I tend to agree with you. I would say that it's more of a trespass since there is a no trespassing sign and he was on the other side of the trespassing sign. So I'm inclined to find probable cause for a trespass. Mr. Henry, any
Your
argument?
Honor, the state would be able to finding EC for the trespass.
All right, so sir, I'm going to find probable cause for the
This is gonna start playing the air
trespass, which
guitar.
will be a misdemeanor instead of a felony. So your bond will be set at $1,000, sir, and your next court date will be December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
Well,
Is it
alrighty
Emily? Yes,
then.
ma'am. Timothy Smith.
Oh, I gotta pay.
Mr. Smith, you are here because you failed to appear for court.
I don't like this guy's glasses.
Do you have an attorney?
Timothy
Oh, you do.
glasses
You've previously been appointed the Office of the Public Defender.
is
I do
triggering my
find
spidey
probable
sense.
cause based upon the KBS. You are going to be held no bond, sir, until you see a judge on November the
Shout out
20th
to
at
Lubbock,
8:30. All
Texas.
right, thank you, sir.
I think
Leo
hopefully I said that
Stewart.
right.
Sir, you are here charged with 2 counts of possession of paraphernalia and possession of methamphetamine. Do you have an attorney? Do you afford to hire one? I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are as follows: $1,000 on each count of paraphernalia, $5,000 on the meth. Your next court date is December the 2nd at 8:15, sir. Thank you. Jason Sullivan,
Yes, ma'am.
you are here charged with shooting or throwing a missile into a dwelling, vehicle, or building. Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause based upon the warrant in this case. Your bond is going to be set at $15,000, sir. I don't think they were pre-charged.
Where does this guy get a missile at? Where does he shop at? That's not something you hear every day. Nah, they're just sometimes they refer to projectiles from a GUN as a missile.
All right, sir. So your bond will be set at $15,000 and your next court date is November 18th at 8:15. Thank you,
Does he work
sir.
for NASA?
Demetrius Thomas,
No.
you are here charged with possession of
Flare
cannabis,
gun.
possession of paraphernalia, and then you have violation of
Potato gun?
probations out of Osceola County. Do you have an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your attorney?
Rachel Anderson.
Okay, is she representing you on your Polk County charges as well as the Osceola County?
I don't know about that one yet.
Okay, so she represents you on the Osceola County.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you afford to hire her to represent you on your Polk County charges?
I can see.
All right, well, I'm gonna let you talk with her and see if you're gonna hire her. If for some reason you can't, when you come
Damn,
to
we got
court, you
1,000
can
people
request
in
a
here.
public defender at that point, okay, sir? I do find probable cause based upon the documentation. On the possession of cannabis, your bond will be $1,000. On the possession of paraphernalia, it will be $1,000. Sir, you will be held no bond on the violation of probations. Your next court date is November 14th at 8:30. Thank you, sir. Philip White.
Yes, ma'am.
White, you are here charged of possession of paraphernalia and possession of
Thank you, Sarah.
methamphetamine. Do you have an attorney?
Hey, Black.
You afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
Sir, I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause for the charges. Your bonds are set at $1,000 on the para, $5,000 on the meth. Your next court date is December 2nd at 8:15. Thank you, sir. Dwight Williams,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, you are here charged with scheming to defraud
He looks happy.
and grand theft. Do you have an
He
attorney?
looks proud.
No, ma'am.
Can you afford to hire one?
No, ma'am.
I will appoint the Office of the Public Defender. I do find probable cause based upon the capias that was issued in this case by Judge Cumby. She has set your bonds at $50,000 on each count, sir. Your next court date will be November 18th at 8:15. Thank you, sir.
Hey guys, don't leave. I got another
All right,
court right
thank
now.
you, Central. You guys have a good afternoon.
You too, Judge.
We're gonna go to Arizona. Arizona's still going on right now. Let me see here.
Also misdemeanors.
Bam,
This warrant
man.
issued February
Damn.
21st of
What's up with those
2025.
glasses?
Your next court date is going to be an arraignment hearing November 4th, which is this Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning in the Santan Justice Court down in
Santan.
Chandler. Your bond is $250. It is secured if you post it.
Is that
Comply
Roddy
with all of your
Piper
written conditions
or
and
Jake
do
the
not
Snake
miss your
Roberts?
court date.
Or a
Step to your left, I'll
combination?
give you a copy of your paperwork.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Chacon, Pablo, Chacon? Pablo?
Hey, what did we stumble upon right now? And this is live also.
You might
This
have,
is happening
no,
right
he's
now.
got a black t-shirt. It's Pablo Chacon.
Pablo.
And then
Come on,
Ronald
Pablo.
Lovato, we go to the chair.
The combination. Let's see, Pablo, come on down.
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Paulo Chacon, 122589.
Thank you. You're here on a new case. You're arrested for second-degree burglary. It's a Class 3 felony. There is probable cause for it, and I am appointing a lawyer to represent you. Your status conference will be November 13th at 8:30 in the morning with a preliminary hearing November 17th at 8:30. The state recommended bond in your case.
that better?
I note that your prior felony conviction is marijuana. It's from 2012, and it's likely that your lawyer can help you. It's possible your lawyer can help you get that expunged. That was marijuana for sale originally. So anyway, the idea of whether you can get that
His shirt's on
conviction
backwards.
expunged or not can be fact driven. So I don't know if it can be or not in your case. I was assuming that, but then I looked at the history and it looked like that started as a sales case. So talk to your lawyer about that. So I know why the state recommended bond. There's also a really strong weight of evidence against you, but I'm going to put you on an ankle monitor. I'm not convinced that this is prison mandatory if you go to trial. That depends on that prior felony.
Next
This may
one,
be
Maria.
probation eligible. So talk to your lawyer about that. You're going to wear an ankle monitor, though, because there's a strong weight of evidence against you. Do not go anywhere near the scene of the alleged crime. No contact with any alleged victim or with any witnesses. No contact with your co-defendant. No weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription. The electronic monitoring will be explained to you before you leave here. It has to be put on before you can go. If you violate electronic monitoring, you're going to get a bond.
Easy,
There will
soft,
be a
bro.
warrant. You can have a warrant put out within hours. There will be a warrant, and you will get a bond. You're not going to get a second try monitoring. So if you want to be out of custody, you have to comply with that. If you are
He's a
working,
yawner.
you'll be able to work. If you're not, you're going to be where we know you are. You step to your left, you get a copy of your paperwork.
Damn, we got 200 new
Mr.
followers on
Lovato?
this stream today. Thank you
And then
guys.
Brennan
Really
Heathcock,
appreciate you
we
guys
go
for
to the chair,
hitting
please.
that follow.
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth, please?
Ronald Lovato.
Which date-
Ronald Anthony Lovato, February 5th, 1989.
Okay, thanks. You're here on an arrest warrant because you've been charged in a criminal complaint with an older case. It's burglary in
thank
the
you.
third degree, which is weirdly listed as a Class
His shirt
4
is backwards.
felony.
Nah, his shirt's not
Hang on.
backwards. Let's go, Blue Jays. Hell yeah.
I wonder if that's attempt. Let me actually look at the complaint. Because sometimes the clerks that type the warrants, they make a mistake.
One-on-one. Ay, ay, ay. Polk County, man, did you catch it?
Oh, okay. A non-residential structure of somebody. Okay, yeah, burglary in the third degree, Class 4 felony. All right. The alleged offense date is May 29th of this year. You'll get a copy of the charge and police reports from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you. Your next court date is a status conference, November 13th, which is 2 weeks from now, 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court, with a preliminary hearing November 17th at 8:30. The court address is on your paperwork. This is not a new case, and you haven't missed a court date in this case. We just didn't have a working address for you. So I'm going to release you to pretrial services. That is the recommendation recommended supervision level. Looks like your priors are drug paraphernalia possession.
What up, Paula?
Not this type of offense. So I'm going to give you a try at pretrial services. I'm not going to make you wear an ankle monitor. This was a while ago. Do not go to the scene of the alleged crime. Absolutely no contact with the alleged victim. You're going to have to report into pretrial services. They usually just have you call. It's not hard. If you blow it off, if you miss a court date, if you violate release conditions, we will put out a warrant for your arrest. Like I told the last defendant, we're not going to give you a second try at pretrial. We're not going to go, oh, well, you didn't do that, so we're going to put an ankle monitor on you. No, I think most of us are just going to go straight to bond. If you can't do this, we're going straight to bond. So comply with your release conditions.
Gracias.
Go to court, talk to your lawyer about this. If you miss a court date, there's going to be a warrant, okay? Step to your left to get your paper. Mr. Heathcock and Jamie Cardell, you go to the chair.
Did somebody say mustache?
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and date of birth, please?
Brendan Samuel Heathcock, 4/13/99.
Thank you. Here on a new case, you were arrested for criminal damage and failure to obey a police officer. Those are class 2 misdemeanors, and there is probable cause for them. What's your question?
What's the criminal damage about?
Got another page.
I'm reading it. Hold on. Kicking the inside of the patrol vehicle and causing damage, spitting on the window divider, that's not damage. Obviously,
he's angry. He's
indicative of things, but it's not damage. But it's from kicking the car. So you have the right to discovery in the case. They'll have to pony up discovery showing what damage they are alleging against you. That's enough for probable cause. So I do find probable cause for these. I am not appointing a lawyer for you because we don't in this type of misdemeanor case unless you get a bond. I'm not giving you a bond today. The police allege that you've got some criminal history. I don't have a lot of details on it, but they allege, in the past at any rate, you've been arrested for DV assault, DV aggravated assault, disorderly conduct DV, criminal damage, and that you were possibly wildly drunk at the time. And the way it reads, they saved your life yesterday. So you take that up with the cops. But Mr. Heathcock, I'm releasing you.
Okay.
This portrays somebody who's not great at following release conditions, following authority. I'm already releasing you. I'm ordering you not to drink.
He's a zesty
No drinking. If I was a betting person, I'd say you were wildly intoxicated yesterday. Or maybe, if this is true, you just act like that anyway. No weapons, no drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol, go to court. Can you do all of those things?
Yes, ma'am.
Then we're good. You may want to justify yourself, but there's probable cause.
No, I know, but...
Just a second. Arraignment hearing, November 13th, 1 in the afternoon in the North Mesa Justice Court. Now, what did you want to say?
Me and my wife got in a car accident.
Okay.
Right, sure. And they go into great detail about trying to find an SD card on the door point while cars were going like this, and that they say they helped you, you refused to stop, and that you freaked out in the back of the patrol car.
He does look like
he
freaks out.
Go talk to a lawyer, go hire a lawyer, go represent yourself. I'm already releasing you.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, if you were wanting to tell me that they wouldn't let you look for the SD card, they've given me a huge paragraph about the SD card and how you were going into lanes of traffic on the freeway. So if you dispute that, you can dispute that.
Okay.
Go tell that to the JP. I'm releasing you.
Yes, thank you. I had a question. I forgot now.
All right. Well, you're welcome. You're entitled to consult with a lawyer. You can also just go represent yourself. You meet directly with the prosecutor. They'll give you discovery. They'll give you any charging documents that have been filed, etc., and pick up your case there. Just don't miss a court date. Don't violate release conditions. No drinking at all while the case is pending. That means not at home on your own couch. When you're just going to go to bed after, no drinking.
74,000 likes.
This criminal history and what they're portraying suggests extreme intoxication.
Right. For the past 2 years, I've been trying to get my life better. So.
Then don't miss court because warrants.
This is AI. I'm not
especially in a case like this, which, relatively speaking, I think on a class 2 misdemeanor, you can go look it up, but I think the maximum penalty is 4 months jail, etc.
Goodness.
You should be more worried about having an outstanding warrant. So
in Mojave County?
No, here.
What?
If you've got one in Mojave,
wait,
you should deal with that before it hits the system. I don't see one.
I don't have a warrant And what, here?
I'm saying
When?
don't pick up a warrant by not
course
showing
it's
up.
real.
in a
right.
case like
Of
this.
course,
real
yes.
deal.
You know, saying, I'm angry, I feel mistreated by the police.
Right,
I will
no.
teach them a lesson by not going to court.
No, that's ridiculous.
Okay, I think so, but people do it all the time.
Right.
They're like, I'm mad, that was an
That
unfair
won't help
arrest,
me in
so
any way.
I'm gonna get back at them by not showing up
This
and
guy's a
catching a
talker.
warrant. So, just go,
Oh, yeah,
all right?
yeah.
All right, everything's on your paperwork, if you step to your left, you get a copy.
I wouldn't
thank
want
you.
to. I wouldn't want to be
Ms.
locked in a
Cardell,
cell with
Jamie
that guy.
Cardell,
I would
Damn,
not.
son,
says
where'd you
Precious
find
Lawson, will you
this?
go to the
I
chair?
couldn't do it. I can't do it.
Hello, ma'am, can I have your full name and date of
But
birth?
wait, there's
Jamie
more.
Cardell, September 9th, 1996.
Thank you. You're here on a new case.
Maricopa
Your case
County,
is going to
yep.
go out of the University Lakes Justice Court, which I think is in Chandler. The address is on your paperwork. You've been accused of criminal damage and theft, both as misdemeanors. There
She
is
kinda
probable
looks like
cause for
Libby.
that. I'm
Libby
not
from
appointing a
90 Day
lawyer for you because
Fiancé.
we don't when it's alleged as a misdemeanor. You have the right to hire a lawyer
Tell me that
at your
doesn't look
own
like Libby.
expense or to represent yourself. But this is not the
Lake
type
County,
of
Florida, I've
misdemeanor
never
that we
watched
give
it,
you
nah.
a court-appointed lawyer for, unless you get a bond, and I'm not planning to give you a bond today. Your
What's up,
arraignment hearing is
Misty?
November 4th, which is this Tuesday
Maricopa
at
County,
1:30 in
yeah.
the afternoon. That's about 5 days from now. Don't miss it. It's down in University Lakes. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. I note, and I put a note in here
I
because
saw
you
that.
need to be very aware. The police have laid out 100% of
Here's
the
my
elements
90
for
Day
theft of means of
Fiancé.
transportation
My
for
wife
Class
makes
3
me.
felony. They chose to book you as a misdemeanor for reasons I can
Shout out
probably
to the
deduce
520.
from reading this. It doesn't have to stay a misdemeanor. If you make yourself interesting to the government by committing new crimes or by missing a court date, this can be clawed back from the Justice Court and sent to the county attorney's office at any time. In fact, the county attorney charges cases in Justice Court, so they'll see it. If they want to charge you as a felony, when they get this case, they can. Don't make yourself interesting by failing to appear or committing new crimes. Based on what I'm reading,
It's
you
my
could
pager.
easily be involved in new crimes while this case is pending. That would be unbelievably stupid. You're
Yeah.
begging for felony charging in a case like this. The police already cut you a break for reasons I can deduce. Don't screw it up by failing to appear or committing new crimes, okay?
Okay.
You're presumed innocent in this case. I recognize that, and I am releasing you. Do you have any reason to go to any university, college, or school campus?
No.
Any? Then I have prohibited you. I was going to give you an exception if you were going to a school.
Oh, well, I live in Tempe, but I don't go to Tempe.
Don't
yeah.
go there. Those places are hotbeds of bike and scooter theft. You may not set foot on any school campus. Basically, I want to keep you away from bike racks. So
Bike
don't
racks?
go to any campus and no school, not elementary, not college, not university.
What about a library?
Show up for court, okay? If you step to your left, you get a copy of your paperwork.
This is first
Lawson, Precious Lawson,
initial appearance.
and then Natasha
Maricopa.
Robles.
Hey,
Go
what
to
up,
the chair.
Dot? Keep her away from.
Good morning, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
This is roughly 5/20/1998.
Okay, thank you. You're here on a new case. You got arrested for shoplifting in Class 1 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for it. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you, though, because as long as you're getting released, we don't give you one. You only get a lawyer for the bond issue, and I'm not planning to give you a bond today. Your arraignment hearing is going to be November 18th, which is almost 3 weeks from now, in the White Tank Justice Court. That's at 9:30 in the morning, and that address is going to be on your paperwork. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. It's up to the police to give criminal history information in a case like this, and they have just listed a DUI arrest, so they're not saying you have some long history of shoplifting or something. So I'm going to release you. Do not go to this door while the case is pending. No contact with any employees there. Everything else is going to be on your paperwork, okay? Don't miss court. If you step to your left, you get your paperwork. Ms. Robles, Natasha Robles, and then Ebian Colasso or Collazo, will you please go to the chair?
Hey, for anybody that's wondering, this is.
Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name
This
and your
is
date of birth?
happening in real time.
Yeah, Natasha Robles,
What's your date of birth?
10/25/85.
Okay, thanks. You're hearing a warrant from the Agua Fria Justice Court because you've been charged in that court with 2 counts of DUI, both as misdemeanors. One is impaired to the slightest degree by anything, and the other one is drugs.
That was it for
And those are
Florida.
both Class 1 misdemeanors. Both, I mean, it's 2 ways of violating the same statute. Both alleged to have been committed on March 11th of this year. It looks like this
Really,
case
man?
comes out of the Department of Public Safety. You'll get a copy of the charges and police reports from your lawyer, and we can give you a court-appointed lawyer in a DUI case. So I am appointing a lawyer for you.
Okay.
Your arraignment hearing will be November 19th, which is almost 3 weeks from now at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay.
I'm going to release you on your own recognizance because court records show this was an unserved summons. The constable tried to find you and serve a summons. They couldn't find you, and that's the only reason it turned into a warrant, because it didn't have a valid address.
Okay.
So be sure when you get to the Justice Court to give them your current address, because court dates can change, and if you miss the thing in the mail, you'll catch a warrant.
Okay.
Are you being held on anything else, or did they just dress you out because you had a clothing issue?
Yeah, it was on my stomach.
Okay, I just want to make sure you're actually getting out, because if you're held on something else, I might not be doing you a favor, by releasing you. So, all right. Steps you have to get your paperwork, don't miss your court date. And in your case where it says no contact with any alleged victim, that's in case there was a collision. If there was no collision, it doesn't apply. But if there was a collision, no contact with any people involved, okay?
Okay.
All right, if you step to your left to get the paperwork. Mr. Criazo?
No, this judge.
And then Heavenly Cuellar, where you go to the chair.
This judge is really nice compared to the other judges. The other judges that's tell to
Hello,
keep
sir, can I have
rocks.
your full name and your date of birth?
Ebion Colazo, August 24th, 2007.
All right, thanks. You're here on a new case. You were arrested for criminal speeding and reckless driving. Criminal speeding is a Class 3 misdemeanor. Reckless driving is a Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for those. I'm not appointing a lawyer for you because I am planning to release you today. We only give a lawyer if there's a bond.
Gilbert Goon.
Your arraignment hearing is going to be November 19th.
Hey, what's up, guys?
11 in the morning in the Maryvale Justice Court. That address is going to be on your paperwork. The police don't list any prior history for you. I didn't have the time or today the interest in looking up any juvenile history you might have, so I'm going to assume you don't have any.
Yeah, this is my first time.
Okay, great. And so your arraignment hearing is right there. Do not miss it. I am releasing you because in general, in cases like this, we hope that the fun time that you're going to have, because it's going to be awfully close to 24 hours by the time you hit the street. It's very slow to be released. Looks like you were arrested at 8:40 last night. That the night in jail should be enough to motivate most people to go to court, because you do not want this to happen again. And so go to court. You can meet directly with the prosecutor. You get police reports. You can talk to them about any offer that they might make you, etc. In the meantime, do not pick up any new arrests, no crimes, no drugs without a valid prescription, no alcohol, you're not 21. Everything is on your paperwork, okay? If you step to your left, you get a copy.
Thank you.
Step to
Ms.
your
Cuellar?
I wish my court
And then
city
Mr.
did
Figueroa,
not,
we go to the chair. Christopher Figueroa to the chair, please. Hi, ma'am. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Heavenly Cuellar, 82992.
Who's new here?
You're here on a new case. You got arrested for allegations of possessing narcotic and dangerous drugs. 2 narcotic drug allegations, 1 dangerous drug.
Did I hear somebody moaning right now?
I am appointing a lawyer for you. You have 2 upcoming court dates. One is a status conference, November 13th. That's about 2 weeks from now, 8:30 in the morning, with a preliminary hearing November 17th at 8:30. The court address in downtown Phoenix is on your paperwork.
Maricopa County.
And in this case, I am releasing you. Not because, you would have qualified for release on your own recognizance, but also I did not find probable cause for purposes of today's hearing only because the police didn't provide enough information to support their allegation that what you had was those things. But it doesn't mean the case is dismissed, which is why I told you your court date's first, because I don't want you to think that the case is dismissed. When there's a no probable cause finding, the charges are still pending against you, but you're entitled to be released, which you don't really have any criminal history. I'm sure I would have released you anyway. Just go to court. If you miss that court date and the charges do get filed, because the county attorney now has a window of time to file the formal charges, if they do file them, there's going to be a warrant out for you if you don't go. Okay. I did put a phone number on your paperwork. I recommend you call that a few days in advance. The 13th is a Thursday, so maybe on Monday the 10th of November, call and say, do I still have a court date? Because sometimes the county attorney chooses to wait for lab results before they file these cases. It's up to them, though. It's entirely up to them. There's the way the officers worded it, I suspect they may have done a field test, but they didn't say that, and they have to. So yours could get filed, so be careful. Don't just assume that it's going to go away until they get lab results, I'd call on the 10th, just so you don't waste a trip to court on the 13th. It's very troublesome to park and go to court and all that. So just call on the 10th, verify you still have a court date, okay?
Okay.
Everything's on your paperwork if you step through.
Do I go home? Will I be going home today?
That's correct. So don't lose your paperwork. It's also got a sheet for the public defender's office. Remember that number, it says you can call to verify dates and times. Call that one on the Monday before your court hearing, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Mr. Figueroa? And then Mr. Daniels, if you go to the chair.
Somebody's definitely moaning back there. I don't know what they're doing to them back there, but something's definitely.
Hello, sir. Can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Right,
It is Christopher Figueroa, August 8th, 1986.
Okay, thanks. You're in one new case and one probation case. In the new case, you were booked in on allegations of possessing dangerous and narcotic drugs. Did she not get the card, officer? She didn't get it? He didn't get it? All right, he needs to read that, so maybe let's do house call so he has a fair chance to read that card. I cannot take a waiver if he doesn't read the card. All right, I apologize, Mr. Figueroa, nothing to do with you. All right, you got booked in for dangerous and narcotic drug possession. Those are class 4 felonies. Also, drug paraphernalia possession, that's a class 6 felony. I am appointing a lawyer for you. I'm going to send you to court on November 13th at 8:30 in the morning. That's a status conference. Preliminary hearing November 17th at 8:30. And the probation department is going to be filing a petition to revoke your probation. That is their policy based on this new arrest. And so you have to go to probation court. That court date is going to be next week, November 6th, 1 week from today, 8:30 in the morning. The address for that is on your paperwork. That's a revocation arraignment and possible disposition hearing. You will have a lawyer for that case also. Now, you're going to be released in both cases because the police did not meet probable cause in your new arrest either because they failed to give an adequate basis to identify the drugs. And they have to do that. Even though I believe they are probably right, and statistics would say they are probably right, they have to meet a minimum standard. When they book you, they did not. So that also means there's no probable cause for your probation violation. That's why I'm releasing you in that as well, because the only violation alleged against you today is that arrest, and I didn't find probable cause for it. So we do not dismiss cases out of jail court. I still gave you a lawyer. I'm giving you court dates. You got to go to your court dates, but you are entitled to be released. I did check the box that's going to put the phone number for probation on your paperwork, though, so you don't have any excuse not to call your PO. When you get out, you got 72 hours to call your PO. Just tell them what happened. This is not a new thing. Just say, judge didn't find probable cause. I've got my court dates. Just be compliant. The best thing you can do for yourself right now, just be good on probation. Get your probation officer in your corner, okay? And then don't miss any court dates, okay? Yes, everything's on your paperwork. If you take that, you'll be put in the pipeline for release, okay?
So I'll be released today?
Correct, yeah. It's still slow. Try to be patient.
Yes, ma'am.
But you will be out later today. That's why I'm trying to emphasize you got 72 hours to call your PO. If you're smart, you call them much sooner and stay right with your PO.
Yes, ma'am.
Because that can only help you.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Damn, son.
All right.
Where'd you find
so let
this?
me make house call records, and then we'll check in with Mr. Daniels if he's ready. But I want him to have plenty of time to read the card if he wants to.
Arizona.
All right. So, officer, I've got 3 house calls listed: Amelia Kayuski, Sherry Ziemba, and Joseph Scott. Are they not physically present in court because each of them has been isolated by the sheriff's office as a potential danger to themselves or others?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks. I did get an affirmative answer from the sheriff's office, so I will go see Amelia Kayuski, born 3/18/89, to let her know she's here on a bench warrant for failing to appear at a status conference in a case in which she's been charged with possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony. The warrant went out October 10 of this year. She already has a lawyer appointed. We're going to reschedule that status conference for November 5th, this Wednesday at 8:30 in the morning in the downtown Superior Court. And I'm planning to affirm the bond that was set in this case by the issuing court with release conditions I'll go over with her that include no weapons, no drugs, without a valid prescription. All right. Ms. Ziemba is here on 2 things. One's a new arrest, and one is a warrant from the Welton Justice Court. So her new case, the allegations are aggravated assault with a deadly weapon or dangerous instrument, which is a class 3 felony. Disorderly conduct and criminal damage, those are class 1 misdemeanors. There is probable cause for those, and I am appointing a lawyer for her. I'm going to give her a status conference of November 5th at 8:30, the preliminary hearing November 7th at 8:30, both of those here in the downtown Superior Court. And I'm currently inclined to set bail in her case in the amount of $15,000 secured. The state had recommended $25,000, but she doesn't appear to have any, or well, no prior felony history. If she does post that bond, it's my intent to put her on an ankle monitor with alcohol
smoking
testing.
crack
It does
on the
appear she
street.
has an alcohol abuse problem, and I want the ankle monitor to make sure she does not go to the scene of the alleged crimes, except one time on a civil standby with law enforcement to collect belongings. I'm going to order her to have no weapons, no drugs, no alcohol, no contact with the alleged victim, who I believe is her mother in this case. She can't respond to any contact from the alleged victim. She has to obey any order of protection that might be served on her. She's also hearing a warrant from the Welton Justice Court, which is...
It wasn't a dude, it was a blind
lady.
lady.
A failure to comply or failure to pay fines in the case in which she has been convicted of possessing drug paraphernalia. This warrant has been outstanding since October 1st of 2010, and it was confirmed by the Welton Justice Court.
That's even crazier.
Yeah, which is Yuma County. So, all right, I'm looking at it, which is not a requirement for me to see her on the warrant. I just was interested since it's so old. The Yuma County Sheriffs did say they will come and get her from Maricopa. So anyway, I'll advise her. This warrant is in that drug paraphernalia case. And so her arraignment hearing in Welton is scheduled for November 4th at 8:30, which is this Tuesday. And I'll appoint a lawyer for her in case she can't post that bail. She's not otherwise entitled. And it's my intent to set bail in the amount of $500 secured in that case with written conditions I'll go over with her. Joseph Scott, born 10/25/92, started a new case. He got arrested for aggravated assault on a law enforcement officer, which is a Class 4 felony, and assault as a Class 2 misdemeanor. There is probable cause for all of those, and I am appointing a lawyer for him. I'm going to give him the status conference date of November 5th at 8:30 and a preliminary hearing, November 7th at 8:30. Those will be in the downtown Superior Court. And I'm currently inclined to set bail in his case the amount of $10,000 secured with electronic monitoring and alcohol testing. I'm very concerned about the safety of the misdemeanor victims in this case, less so than the police officers who don't appear to know this person. But I am very concerned about victim safety on the misdemeanor victims. So I'm ordering him not to go to the scene of the alleged crimes. He can't live with any of the alleged victims. He can't have any contact with them. No weapons, no drugs, no alcohol. He has to obey any order of protection might be served on him. And I've noted that the order doesn't apply to any children he may have who are not identified by the state as victims in the current case. It was unclear whether the children in the car were his or not, but I've made clear that he cannot violate the no-contact order to exercise parenting rights. All right. If anything changes after I conduct those initial appearances in-house after this recording, my final order will reflect the court's ultimate decision in those cases. I'm not going to be updating the recording for those. All right, so let me find out if Mr. Daniels has had adequate time to review his fugitive rights. Okay. Yep, okay, go ahead and come in then, Mr. Daniels.
I was hiding behind a tree. I was like, damn, hey, I told my wife, look at that crack pipe.
Okay, so please have a seat. And I just wanted to make sure you had time to read the card. All right, sir, can I have your full name and your date of birth?
Danielle Daniels, March 22nd, 1979.
Okay, thanks. You're here on 3 things. 2 are Arizona cases. 1 is an out-of-state case. I'm going to do that one last. I'm going to start with your Arizona matters. First, you were arrested on a new allegation of possessing dangerous drugs. It's a Class 4 felony. There is probable cause for it, and I am appointing a lawyer for you in this case. You're going to have 2 court dates coming up next week. One is a status conference, November 5th at 8:30. The second is a preliminary hearing, November 7th at 8:30. You're also here on a probation violation warrant because you're on misdemeanor supervised probation in Maricopa County, and there was a petition to revoke your probation filed back on October 1st of 2024. So last year, that petition alleges that you violated term 3. You'll get a copy of it from your lawyer. I am appointing a lawyer for you in this case also. Your court date in the probation court is going to be 1 week from today, which is November 6th at 8:30 in the morning. That's a revocation, arraignment, and possible disposition hearing. And I am setting bail in each of those cases at $1,000 secured for $2,000 total. But you are also here on an Arkansas parole warrant. Arkansas put out a parole violation warrant for you on November 26th of 2024. And so you have to go to extradition court. Extradition works very differently than an in-state warrant because you have extradition rights. You don't fight any charges in Arizona. You just have an extradition proceeding. So your rights were, as we gave them to you on the card, I'll just summarize them quickly. You have 3 in your case. 1 is the right to have an extradition hearing on this warrant within 90 days after today. As part of that extradition process, you're entitled to have the governors of each state sign official paperwork. One of those things it's a governor's warrant signed by the governors of each state. It's actually 2 warrants, they have to get real signatures from real governors. That's why they get 90 days. And those have to be presented to the court before you can be taken back to Arkansas without your agreement. Thirdly, you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense in the extradition proceedings. But extradition proceedings aren't criminal cases. They're civil cases. So you don't have a constitutional right to a lawyer. What you have is the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense or to represent yourself. Now, in a parole violation case, the law requires that you not be given bail no matter what you decide, because you can agree to go back. We call that waiving extradition. And that ends any extradition proceedings. They would end as soon as you enter a waiver. So we give people an opportunity to waive at this first hearing, because some people want to, because they'll just want to start a clock running against the other state.
Hey, Wayne, thank you for that.
But you don't have to waive extradition. You are absolutely entitled to have that extradition hearing within 90 days, get those governor's warrants, and go to an extradition hearing. So if you did want to waive, I could ask you some formal questions, see if you want to give up your rights and sign the waiver today. It's not your only opportunity, it's just your first opportunity. But if you did that, that would start a 30-day clock against Arkansas. But that clock doesn't start until you're done with your Arizona cases. Once Arizona says they're done with you for criminal cases, that could include warrants from other Arizona cities or counties. Once Arizona is completely done with you, Arkansas will be notified. And that will give them 30 calendar days to come and get you. If they don't, you get released, but the warrant stays active in the national system, because we can't quash an Arkansas warrant. Only Arkansas can quash that warrant. So you could be rearrested on it the very next day after you get released if you don't do something about it in Arkansas. So, in any event,
what the hell happened? Did it freeze? Oh, shit. Let's see.
if you don't want to waive today, I'm going to give you a court date. It will be November 17th at 1:30 in the afternoon. That's about 2.5 weeks from now. That would be your next opportunity to waive if you wanted to think about waiving. But in the meantime, I have to hold you no bond no matter what you decide, because you've already been convicted. So people on probation and parole who come in on extradition warrants, they cannot be given bail. So I must hold you without bond in the Arkansas parole case. I know that's a lot of info, but I do have to ask you, do you want to waive today, or do you want to keep your rights and just go to your next hearing in extradition court? I can't decide for you, and I can't tell you what the best idea is, because I can't give you legal advice. No, don't know what you want to do?
I mean, I'm going to have to go back regardless. You know?
Yeah, so it's entirely up to you. If you want to waive today, then you would not have any more court hearings. They wouldn't take you to court on the 17th. You'd just be sitting in the jail. You're still no bond on that Arkansas warrant because you waived. You'd take care of your Arizona matters, and then once Arizona was done, Arkansas gets notified by our sheriff's office that they're on their 30-day clock to come and get you. But you'll have to be done in Arizona for these purposes is going to mean you are convicted, acquitted, or the case is dismissed. That's what done would mean. And so when you're done, they'll let Arkansas have you. But you don't get bond either way. Even if you keep your rights, you'll be on the 90-day clock. You're no bond. You'll go back to court on the extradition case. If you want to get more information about your case, there's a public defender generally assigned to that court who can help you. But she's not personally assigned to your case unless the extradition judge orders it. So I just need to know, do you want to enter a waiver today? Because I've got to ask you a bunch of formal questions to take a waiver. If you don't want to, I'll just let you keep your rights, and I'll give you that court date on the 17th, and we're done.
So by me waiving my rights?
Means you won't go back to court on the Arkansas warrant. You just get held no bond on it until Arkansas has had that 30 days.
No, I'll sign the waiver.
You want to do it? Okay. Let me, I got to ask you the questions because I have to make a record that you do understand the rights you have before I ask if you want to give them up. So, hang on a second. I always use the script so I don't mess it up. Okay. First question is, did you read the waiver of extradition paperwork we gave you? That was the card. Did you read it? I need an...
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sorry. I just need an answer out loud in case it ever gets transcribed. Do you understand you do not have to sign any waiver paperwork?
Yes, ma'am, I understand.
Do you understand you have the right to have an extradition hearing on that parole warrant here in Arizona?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do you understand that you have the right to hire a lawyer at your own expense for the extradition proceedings?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and do you understand that you have the right to insist that a governor's warrant be signed by the governors of both states before you can be taken back to Arkansas?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so do you understand that if you give up those rights, that I'm going to hold you without bail, and even if you don't give up the rights, I have to hold you without bail. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and so do you want to give up all the rights I just went over and sign the waiver paperwork?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, has anybody threatened you or promised you anything to get you to sign this paper?
No, ma'am.
And have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medication in the last 24 hours?
No, ma'am.
All right, then I find that you knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily are signing the waiver paperwork and waiving your right to an extradition on the Arkansas warrant. My orders will direct our sheriff's office to notify Arkansas that you're ready to return. Arkansas will have 30 calendar days starting the day after you no longer have any Arizona charges or holds to come get you. Any questions for me before we have you sign?
No.
All right, then you just for the extradition stuff, you have to sign a couple of times. My clerk will tell you when, and you will get a copy of what you're signing. It is the extradition waiver. We just actually have to have an electronic signature on it. So if you step over here, she'll tell you when to sign. All right, then we already made my house call record. Anybody who's looking for those, that was about 8 or 10 minutes ago on this same recording. I made the record about the house calls. And so we are going to stand at recess until 2 p.m. this afternoon.
What? All right, hey, so anybody, if you guys want to play back the video.
I did. Gosh, I did so many good things. I thought I did everything right. Okay.
Hey, if anybody wants to play that video, I think it's like the third or fourth video all the way to the bottom of my profile. If you guys want to check out the commentary, hey, if you guys love my commentary on here, you guys are definitely gonna love my commentary when I was right there live and direct. I was like, damn, Job's hyping herself up. Hey, and if you haven't done so, please do so. Hit that follow button. It's free. It's free for you. It's free for me. And it's definitely going to help me out grow the platform. We're at 21,563 followers on one account. And the other one, I don't know how many we got. But I think we're about to be hitting 25,000. So, and also follow us on YT at Collect Call From. Also, it's free over there. It's free here. It's free everywhere. All right. All right. Hey, thank you guys for the follow right now. Appreciate you, because there isn't gonna be no next right now. Carson, I gotta take a break. I got some other pending things. I gotta go watch my daughter at her Halloween parade in elementary school, if you will. But I will be back tonight, all right? For those of you that are in LA, it's gonna be 11. I'll be on at either 10 or 11 p.m. tonight, LA time. If you guys want to be notified and you guys don't get notifications on TikTok, subscribe to my Discord account. It's my Discord account. There's a link on my profile. If not, send me a message. And if you guys like watching Connecticut Board of Parole hearings, I got all the links archived there. I got all the tapes over there, if you will. Chat, love the family. Thank you guys. Highly appreciate you guys. Damn, that's late. Hey, it be like that, you know. I gotta prioritize my family, you know. I do spend a lot of time here, especially during the time that my daughter's at school. But from now on, I'm most likely gonna be doing it in the mornings and later on in the evenings when I do have time. So if you guys want to watch, those will be the best times that you guys could catch me at. Anyhow, hey, I am Collect Call James. You guys are watching. You have a collect call from. And like I said around here, life's like a candle. Once you blow it out, it's lights out. And with that, I'm out. And I appreciate every single one of you guys that tapped in today. I see some of you guys been here for hours. I've been here on for about 2.5 hours at this point. I appreciate all you guys that have been watching. And like I said around here.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
With that, I'm out. A rato. Thank you, my love. Yeah, no, I just cut it right now, my love.